بص انت عندك فلاش بعتها مين
طب ما هو ممكن تقدروا عربية طيب طيب احنا بما اننا هو الطريق انا في التجمع طيب يبقى حضرتك يعني احنا هنحدد ان احنا المفروض مثلا يكون عندكم مثلا اساس ان احنا عايزين في الليل يكون عندكم الساعه 9. طيب واحنا برضه حضرتك تشوف الوقت تحدده بحيث تكون عندكم 9 ونتحرك الساعه كام حضرتك اللي هتعرف عشان ما اعرفش التانية. اولا لما اروح البيت على الساعه كام كده؟ لا ما هو حضرتك اللي تفضل المسافه يعني هي تقريبا من عندنا
يعني
طيب اوكي يا ريت حضرتك
هذا
علشان دكتور ان شاء الله. السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم. خدت الشارع كده
ماشي
عكس كل الستات بيسوقوا كويس.
لا انا ما بسوقش كويس. بنت بتسوق كويس. انا بحب الشكل تاخد مين بروجكت مين فيهم؟ انت فاتح اوكي.
أنا فاتحين.
We will start the meeting now of Italian partner.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Valentina.
Good morning.
Stefano, good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
Hi.
This is very on my. I don't know if you want to. I don't need the computer myself.
Actually, this is for the camera.
Okay. Okay.
They can see you.
Okay.
Can everyone introduce
Oh,
himself?
First, we welcome you in NRC. I'm Dr. Iman, the project manager. Everyone will
Dr.
define
Amira
himself.
Shafii, Dean of Textile Institute, which corresponds of coordinator for the training for textile and leather here in National Research Center.
Thank you.
My name is Alaa Nimr, the executive manager of the Leather Chamber.
Shukran.
I am Sami Naguib, leather and textile sector head in Industrial Modernization Center. Actually, we are responsible for the incubator and the incubation period. So maybe you can talk about it later.
Shukran.
Dr. Nadia Mahmoud, legal university department of Silwan University, and I am recent institute for training of legal.
I didn't catch what organization are you?
Helwan University.
Okay, hello.
University. Dr. Samer, you know it.
Dr. Hazim Igindi, Cairo University.
My name is Yusuf, professor of textile chemistry and technology. I'm a vice dean, former vice dean, textile division.
قالوا صوتكم يا جماعه ده انا مش سامعاكم.
But you are from the
From NRC.
Institute.
That's exactly research assistant in the clothing and netting department and trainer in the department.
coordinator from different chamber of
Dr. Muhammad Khan Khan.
Cairo University.
Cairo University.
Technology Mahmoud Khan.
في حد من المتدربين اللي هو في الانكيبيتور موجود دلوقتي؟
هتبتدي.
Would you like
We have
some of the beneficiary who have taken the first training and they are now taking the incubator to attend with us? They are here. If you want them to join us from now or later.
Or maybe later, yeah.
Late,
I mean,
late, okay.
I can say also a few words about myself because you don't know me, and also
Okay.
about a little bit the objective of the meeting. So first of all, thank you for the organization of the meeting and for your attendance today and for your time. Because you don't know me, most of you at least, I would like to start by introducing myself. My name is Concepcion Perez, and I'm responsible for private sector development and innovation at the EU delegation here in Cairo. So I'm based here in Cairo. And your project is one of the projects under my portfolio. So I'm dealing with the monitoring of the implementation of your project as part of my work. I don't know if you are aware of the EU-Egypt cooperation, but basically supporting micro and small and medium enterprises is one of our main priorities. We share the vision that micro and small enterprises, they play a very important role in the development of the country. And we also consider that supporting access to innovation for micro and small enterprises is one of the pillars for their development. And this is why back in 2019, we launched this call for proposal that was entitled Innovation for Inclusive Growth and Job Creation, whose main objective was to enhance the capacity of micro and small and medium enterprises to innovate, and like this to increase job opportunities and income generation. This was the objective. And your project was one of the projects selected under this call for proposal, more specifically under Lot 2, which focused on innovation resource portals and platforms. So first of all, I would like to congratulate you, because if we are here today is because you were among the best proposals. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. And it was a quite competitive call for proposal. So you need to, first of all, be like, I want to acknowledge that. And then I want to say that I'm very pleased to see that there is a project like this that is dealing with not only innovation, but also other aspects that are very important for us, for the priorities of the EU, such as digitalization or circular economy, and also in the manufacturing sector that we know is very relevant for the Egyptian industrial development. And also, I'm very happy to see a big consortium like this, not only because it's big, but also because it's composed of a large variety of different stakeholders. And this was one of the main purposes of this call for proposal as well. We wanted to create or to attract consortia that were composed of private sector, academia, potentially also governmental stakeholders. And this is one good example of this. Now, just a few words concerning the objective of this meeting. This meeting is basically for me the first and maybe the only opportunity that I have to meet all the different consortium members. I don't know, you are all here?
Yeah, we are all, and
plus the
Project Institute,
like the
Mr.
Italian one.
Stefano from Institute, Miss Valentina from Link Campus University, and you have invited Miss Nicole from Circam Company, but she's not here yet.
Mhm. So yeah, and for me, it's
the full
as I said, it's a unique. It's a unique opportunity for me to first get to know all the consortium members, and hopefully also some of the beneficiaries of your activities so far. And this is, of course, in order to be able to better assess the implementation of your project. And so far, all I know about the implementation of your project is through the different reports you have submitted. Yeah. And this has already provided me with important information about how things are progressing. But I'm sure that this meeting will give me the opportunity to better understand how the different aspects of the project are progressing. So this is, from my side, a very good opportunity. And of course, it's also a good opportunity for you to present your work, and of course, to have an open discussion together on any aspect of the project that you consider that is relevant, and this is the moment to discuss it. So this is everything from my side. I think we already know each other, and I'm just looking forward to hearing you and understanding better how things are going.
Okay. I will give you a brief points of what we should do in the project. The project, as you said, is to create jobs for Egyptian peoples, of course. We supposed to hold for training for both the textile and the leather industry, people from the industry. Some were already in organizations such as factories or companies, and some are startup from the beginning. we supposed to hold 4 training ground. We have held the first. It was finished, and we are about to finish the second. The second round is going now. It's about to finish, and Dr. Amira will talk to you about its content specifically. After that, we should hold incubators, 4 rounds of incubator. The first incubator is running now, and it's also about to finish in a few weeks. It's about to finish. Actually, we should start the training and the incubator earlier than that, but due to Corona epidemic and due to the late of the second installment, we have 6 months delay, but we are on the run. The third training will start on about the 5th of May, and also the second incubator will start on the same time. This is for the incubation and the training. We are about to hold a competition for both industries to give them a grant from the EU. This is included in but we prefer to finish some of the training first, because we expect that many of the trainee will be capable of getting this grant. Of course, not all of them will get the grant, and not all who will get the grant were from the trainee. But as in the training that Dr. Amira will explain, it includes many subjects, so they will able to start their own work. We plan to check also always for them for a period after getting the grant, so that will be sure that they work in a perfect way. We plan to have a contract with them with detailed budget, so we can check proctor what they will do. We suppose, and we have already started since the first year, to make an open portal. The open portal they will talk about it in detail. We supposed to make a business model, and we have already started in the last months working on it. Dr. Hazem will talk you about it. We suppose in the portal will include an e-commerce part. We are starting now in it. It's in the 3rd year, so we are starting to build it. Of course, we have a quality measures. We have also communication and visibility study. We supposed to do 3 research over the 3 years, 3 scientific research over the 3 years, but unfortunately the first one was not complete, and we will ask the EU to be sufficient with only 2 scientific reports, because in the first year, due to the Corona, we couldn't even gather the information. We have the first scientific report is included in the interim report I have sent you. What else? Actually, there are a lot of activities, so of course, we have held some many promotional, as you have seen. We have done workshops, we have TV programs, we have paper articles, many. As included, you have. I sent you the interior report 2 days on Saturday. Actually, on Saturday.
One of the I haven't been able to take them, but I know one of them the first one, we haven't been able to download it. It was always failing. The secretary told
The
me.
WeTransfer,
Yes,
the
what, the
first
second-
part,
the first part.
the
yeah.
first part, okay, I will send it
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
But
yeah.
in the original mail, there was the interim reports, the financial report,
Mm,
the FIF included. But I will send the first part again.
The
Okay.
first link. Maybe
first-
you can divide it into, maybe it was too
It was-
heavy or.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Of course, I use WeTransfer because it was too heavy.
mm,
So we will talk about each partner. We'll talk about some of his main job. Dr. Amira, please start with the training.
So
How we
Amira,
have
so
the output.
basically, each partner is responsible
Corresponding
for
for
one of
part
the.
of
But we
yes,
are all
working together.
working together. We have
But
done
one is
even-
more leading, let's
Mm.
say, or.
Yeah, every course have a leader or coordinator to assist with the task.
But actually, when we put the training syllabus, we discuss it. Also, the incubator, we discuss it.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
And for the e-commerce, we plan to make plenty because I found that it's not that easy to talk about it. We will take plenty of work to do it.
Mm,
Actually, in the last year, we have done 31 meeting. Most of them actually were online
mm,
due to the corona, of course.
Mm.
But in the 31 meeting, we always follow what happening. 31 plus some plus the workshops plus committee meeting physical,
mhm.
etc.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I think you are very active in your meetings, yes. Yeah. I don't, so Amiga, you want to double check again because you are so many chamber of leader industries.
No,
Take-
number 3. No.
You are chamber of textile,
No,
right?
Chamber of Leather.
Chamber of Leather.
Textile,
Engineer
Engineer
Fatma.
Fatma.
She is
Number of chamber of textile,
and chamber of
IMC,
leather.
NRC.
Okay, okay, yeah. Mhm. And Cercan is.
Circum is from Italy. Circum advisor
Okay.
is from Italy.
Cercan and Progetto.
Progetto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
National Research Center, actually it's
Yes, yes.
P3, National Research
And
is
Lynn
P3.
Campus University is, so the three of them.
Valentina, yeah.
Okay.
Progetto Sud, Lynn Campus University, and Circum
Can,
are from Italy.
okay, yes, yes. Good, like this I. Okay,
Dr. Amira is from the National Research
center, yes.
Okay, I wanted to give a small presentation or Dr. Had, Dr. Noor.
Okay, of course. Take it. I have it open. فيه هناك كتير يعني I have plenty of it.
You need to,
دكتورة ممكن تروح إن شاء الله أو حاجة عشان
Please, would you like to tea?
Two cup of tea.
cup of tea.
I don't want to bother if it's a.
No
No, it's
problem, no
okay.
problem. We will make it open.
You could say,
A tea without sugar.
Without sugar?
Without anything.
I want to do it, but I can't. Actually, I take a plenty of sugar on each cup. Three spoons.
Me the opposite.
The project has a multiple of key strategic objectives and then corresponding create and promote a virtual environment for discussing issues related to the industries between stakeholders.
Yes.
And for this, we had a multiple tools. One of them is support is promotion workshops where we get really very good discussion promotion workshops. One of the owners of spoke about that he wants to form a consortium of micro and small companies, such as that. One is specialized, for example, in shoes for men. Another is specialized in shoes for women. A third is specialized in bags for women, etc. And they come into a consortium and form a brand, so that instead of selling their products without brandless, they sell branded products, which is of course more important. So we said to them that the portal is a place to discuss these ideas and to get to form those consortiums. Also for discussing and promoting the virtual and bringing awareness of the issues. We had a multiple TV shows, interviews, several of them, not just many, but several of them. And we had TV recording of multiple of our activities, whether workshops or steering committees, etc., workforces, etc. And we had also key editors in newspapers who wrote about our project. We have the vice editor of Akhbar newspaper, which is one of the largest two newspapers in the region, not just in Egypt. She wrote multiple articles about the project, and also she has conducted recently a large reportage about the project. It hasn't been published yet. It is in the final editing phase. It will be a huge one in Akhbar newspaper. Another objective is
شكرا. I don't need them, but thank you very much.
No, please don't need that.
No, because I'm fine. I leave it here.
another objective is filling the gap for training. And for training, we have multiple levels of training. We have technical training for workers. We have also training for top management, for strategic planning, for key issues, for how to open new market, how to support environmental requirements as well, to be able to export to other countries. Also in training, we wanted to modernize those two industries. Instead of using classical ways, old-fashioned ways for doing things, we want them to use a state-of-the-art in doing this. So we introduced the 3D, three-dimensional software as a tool for designing products, which has multiple benefits. One of them, it saves a lot of money. It reduces the time for design going from idea to production, which is important to catch the window of opportunity for the product. Also, it facilitates more creativity and more innovation in the designs. Fourth, it is environmental friendly because we save a lot of material that would have been used to do samples, to produce samples, select one of them for mass production. Now we don't have to waste all this material. Nevertheless, those samples, we select one of them, the factory selects one of them for mass production, and has to throw all the others, which is an environmental problem. But if we use 3D software, we don't have to do any of that. So it is also environmental friendly approach and modernized and promotes also importance of technology, because we are expanding the use of 3D in Egypt. One. Second is that we are promoting the use of Egyptian moda or style for designs, because we said that we can't rely on getting designs from abroad. We have to have our own designs. We promote having centers for designs that cooperate with the factories to produce those products, and having an Egyptian version of those styles, and impact a fingerprint for the Egypt. And this can contribute positively to increasing sales and consequently increasing profits, increasing R&D, increasing modernization of machinery, etc. It will be like something that is going to pull all the industry up. We have also objective and for opening new markets, and that's why the training includes how to penetrate new markets and strategic plans for exporting, as well as environmental requirements, because for some countries like European countries, we can't export to them unless we meet certain environmental standards. For example, the amount of chemicals should not exceed certain limit, etc. Whether this is for textile or leather. So they have to be aware of this. And again, this has also in contribution to environmental requirements and being project environmental project.
دكتورة أميرة بقى
Yes,
بتتكلم عن الموضوع.
I think
حضرتك قلت كل اللي هي هتقوله.
I think it's good. I think it's good if we try to like structure a little bit like each partner what is in.
Express what their role.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, actually, we all can talk about all, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
prefer,
Yeah.
but I
about
prefer,
Yeah.
but I prefer that each partner will talk
Yes,
about his,
the let's say
his main job.
component that is living, let's say, yeah.
yes. Dr. Amira, please,
Firstly,
تفضل.
my cards, share. You are welcome in Textile Research Technology Institute and National Research Center. We are scoping about in the project. Our role is to make the training for the stakeholders, the makers, the social innovation, whatever the selected people, to prepare them, as Dr. Hazem and Dr. Iman said, for the object of the project, to create their own jobs, their own business, and we train them for a lot of things. Firstly, the training are composed for 4 targets group. Each group is around from 40 to 50 person. The training take for about 3 months for each group by 3 days per week, from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock or more. We start with the training group are composed of textile sector and the lasers sector. Textile sectors take their training here in National Research Center. The laser sector take their training in Helwan University textile department. Leather department.
We are always from the chambers. The person that
participate after the choose from
Most of them
either
are choose
textile,
by the chamber.
either
But
from-
some of
either
And
from
IMC.
textile chamber or leather chamber, or IMC are recommended
Especially
from
for the
some.
innovators, for the entrepreneurs.
Actually, in the next week, we will start opening the choose of the third, the appeal for the third training. So we can choose them in the next month, so they can join the third training in half of, in the middle of May, after Ramadan, because
All the
Ramadan is not the best time. Yes. We all
you
know that.
Either
in Egypt,
either for training or training.
you are here in Egypt.
Yes, I'm based here, so I know.
Okay. After the children from the chambers or IMC, there is a criteria to choose the person that are included in our training group. Our training group are composed of 6 modules. The curriculum or the syllabus are composed of 6 modules. 2 modules of them for firstly, first module for textile and the laser technology, which included what is the textile or laser process from A to Z. Also, they go to the second module, which composed of training on the 3D software and to make the pattern either for textile or for leather. And they are trained on 3D software to make a product. At these 2 modules, the trainee are composed, some of them textile here and the leather in Helwan University. After that, they are collect again here in Textile Research Institute to take the fourth modules which corresponding to the innovation management, the sustainable development for entrepreneurs, maximize the profits, and a general module for how to market for their product.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. But these modules, they are all part of each training. So each training
Each,
has
each
the
training for the 3 months are composed from
of
these
these
6
6 modules.
The training itself is repeated
Okay, you can.
3 times, like 4 times,
four
yes?
times.
Four
Four times.
times.
4
yeah.
rounds of training.
Yeah.
But for the laser, it's different in each. So the laser part, it's different.
For
it's different in-
for the
in-
textile sectors, all the program are corresponding for the textile technology, the pattern making also,
Mm.
and the final product, as you see, from the trainee. But for
Mm.
the leader,
Yeah.
the first group are taking the training, technical training in making the shoes. The second group taking how to make a school bag.
Mhm.
This is some of the
This is,
products, some of the product of
samples
the trainee.
Those are samples of the trainee products.
Uh-huh.
Actually, some of them, or most of them, didn't know anything about.
How to make a
how to
pattern,
make it.
how to
Oh,
make
yeah.
a product, and the lecturer are making them to know how to make a mood board and to make the pattern and a
From the
final
beginning.
product
Mm.
with a low price fabric, and after that with a finished fabric.
Mhm.
Also for the leather, there is an example but, in the table already. Okay.
Shoes and bags.
Choose and
Mm.
You, after we
Nice.
finish,
Like in
you can
Lebanon,
take a
yes.
look. Okay. As I say that the training take for 3 days per week, from 9 to 3.
For 12 weeks.
We are the trainer are from the digital innovators, makers, we startups.
These are the 4 targets you said.
A target group are contained from these people.
So basically, most are from the chambers.
Chambers and IMC.
And the social, can you go, the social digital innovators are also from the chambers, or
From
you
the-
are more the ones that are chosen them?
Actually, the incubator, it's a further step to the training. So we usually take all the trainees or most of them to join the incubator.
I was thinking like more like, for example, here when we put like 20 social digital innovators or 20 makers or 20 startups,
They are
part of the chambers as well, and the IMC. They are all
Actually,
Mhm.
we aim, this slide is for the grant.
Yes,
We
yes.
aim to give a grant for
The
this
startups.
type, this stuff.
every group have a collective from every partition from this.
Mhm.
Yeah, every group have an,
Innovator,
entrepreneurs, innovators,
makers.
makers, startups
Mhm. The
to
4 of them.
complete in the incubator after our
Mhm.
training. This is some of the details of the modules for the textile and the laser technical, and also for the 3D second module. After that, innovation management, as I say to you, and circular economy, different titles for the management and innovation.
We have sent,
and I
included
have
in the
now-
Imperial report, we have included
I
the
have-
full report done by Dr. Amir. It includes everything. أنا بعت لها يا دكتورة الريبورت اللي
report
حضرتك
أنا
عاملاه.
هعرضه هنا أهو
بالإنجلش.
برضه.
Mhm.
This is our final report daily, day by day. Okay.
Mhm.
It was included in the deliverables that were not opened. I will send them again.
No worries. No, but this is why also this is, you understand that because
Yeah.
when I have the papers in front of me, I can
Yeah.
ask questions.
أنا مش فاهمة. Our report
خديها كده صفحة day by day كده.
Okay.
Mhm.
For the first day is the opening for the training with all the trainee, either from textile and the leader.
Mhm.
We make an opening here in textile and the other in Hilwan University. After that, they
But
take
Helwan University is not part of the.
No,
conference.
but
we choose it because we don't have here at leather department.
Mm,
The leather department is at Hilwan University.
it's actually,
It's
I
a
think it is the
recommended-
only,
Yeah, in Egypt.
it's the only department,
That has
Dr.
a
Nadia was the
leather-
head of it.
The only department in Egypt. In Hilwan University.
on leather.
On leather.
Only, yes.
The training are composed from some technical, as I say, from weaving process, knitting the process. Also, they take some awareness about the new technologies for textile. I talking now about textile because of my specialties, okay? And also the dyeing process and the natural dyeing with natural dyes, the different idea to the trainee to get their own business.
Mhm.
Also, we are discuss some troubleshooting in the factories that faced for the factory people and how they are recovering these defects. Now, this is some of our training, and after they are finished the technical one, they are visit our laboratory, either in the technical one or chemical one, and also alliance for textile machine. If you like to take this round after our meeting, it's okay. To know how they are evaluate the fabrics, the techniques that they are used, how to make a final product.
Mhm.
Okay, they are trained with the fashion making, how to make a pattern, how to make a mood board, how to make the Egyptian finger on their product for the design. I think you can take the details of this report with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and also within the training, the Italian partner are taking a lecture by Zoom meeting.
Which one?
No, they make around 9 lecture.
The Italian partner.
The
the
Italian-
Balboni,
The three of them.
the
The
three of them.
Yeah, everyone give 3 lecture
Mhm.
in different days.
And with the Helwan University, how they collaborate with the project? They have accepted to collaborate even if they are not partners? Or how
We
this is-
talking, we get approval from Helwan University to cooperate under our training to take the part of the sector of the leather.
Mm.
They,
treated as a part of NRC.
Sorry?
But we treat them as a part of NRC. We do this part of training on behalf
under
of
our
NRC.
umbrella, under our
Under your
coordinator.
umbrella.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, we train them on a 3D software, either Illustrator or Clue or Gerber system as a 3D software.
And the way, for example, because you said you're gonna do like 4 rounds of training, you've done one, now the second one, and you're always targeting the same kind of beneficiaries. How do you choose them, like for each training?
The choosing of the beneficiaries
You
are
ask them to propose themselves, or you see the ones that they are more ready
No,
to benefit from the trainings, or?
the chambers are responsible for choosing them, but we, as
Under
a partner, we
several
make
criteria.
Uh-huh.
criteria to choose them with the age, with the background in textile, either leather, because we
Mhm.
don't make a training for scratch. They
Yes.
have,
Need
they
to
must
some knowledge.
have some knowledge and also have some knowledge in using computer, because they are using the portal and
And
they
the
make a
3D.
3D software. They have an experience in using the computer and also have a small communication with English.
Mm, 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 mm.
we are making this criteria ensuring the people which are introduced in the training group.
Mhm.
Actually, they register for the training on the portal, and upon the criteria, they choose them.
I think they make an advertisement or something like that on Facebook,
Yeah.
on the portal,
Or they can.
with an application that everybody can apply for it.
Mhm.
And then we,
There is a questionnaire,
from them
and for registration.
according to the criteria.
Mhm.
This is some pictures for daily working either in Hayward University or at us, and the trainee from later are better.
Yes, هو سايبها حتة كده ده this is the 3D, how to do the 3D in making the Manchu in the Helwan University.
After that, the trainee are collected here again for
Mhm.
all sectors to take the innovation or practice for management and innovation, and also circular economy, and all the details of the syllabus we are prepared. And at the final, we make a statistic for the trainee and make evaluation for their ideas. We make a committee with all the partners to be evaluation the trainee after they take the 3 months for training, to choose or to prefer who will complete with the incubator. And we make a celebration for after the 3
But
days.
the incubator is it, as you said, you are already starting, you are in the second.
The first
But
incubator,
most
We
of
have finished
in
our
most
first
ca-
group,
in-
and
in
our
most
first
ca-
group are go to the incubator. first
not all of
incubator.
them. Actually, we have done
you are finishing the training.
Yeah, I finished the training.
the
for
first
3
round.
months.
The
Yes.
first after
And
the
then
first
they
round.
move to the incubator.
incubate.
Not all of
No,
them.
the ones that are
We
ready.
do an assessment for all the trainees
Oh,
to select who have already benefited from the training. Because if
Yeah.
he's not benefiting from the training, he will not benefit
From the incubator. We can indicate.
After we
Yes,
finish
yes.
After finishing
the
the training
training,
part.
I asked the trainee to make an idea to be promoted and to be their first business plan.
Mm.
And they introduce several presentation, and all the presentation are with us. And they make a prototypes or final products to promote it. We evaluate them, and all of them are going to the incubator to more training.
Mhm.
Just that. And this is for the evaluation.
Mhm. So you did one, and now you are doing here
The
the
second,
second
the
one.
second.
for
The second is about to end. أصلا قد إيه دكتورة؟
أسبوع. We are
For the textile here, yeah?
here textile and leather and
In the
Nadia, but now they are with
Joined
the
together.
two sectors
Yes,
are
are
now
here,
taking
yes.
the final.
You, doctor, you
Nadia.
are,
Dr. Nadia.
Nadia, you work for the Helwan University or for?
Yeah. She was actually she was the head of the laser department.
Mm. But in this project, you are under the umbrella of the.
She is under the
NRC.
umbrella of
NRC.
Mm. Okay,
this is the
and the participation of the Italian partners, for example, in this training, where is their added value? What kind of subjects are they?
they give us
delivery,
they deliver us the
Or what are the
presentation.
aspects they added value from their side?
They give a questionnaire before they are making their presentation, and they deliver their presentation. We spread it to the trainee to be understand what they want to say in their lecture.
اتكلمي على جزء
Just to
الاي-ليرنينج يا
understand.
دكتور. الاي-ليرنينج اللي مسؤولين عنه.
The entrepreneurial part?
Yeah, we give like the first lecture as an introduction for the module.
Introduction to the module.
فالنتيجة مشيت ولا إيه؟
لا بلا راح فين. لا هتلاقيها تحت اهي.
Which Italian partner is dealing with or is responsible for the e-learning platform?
Valentina.
بروجيكت
ولا لينك كامبس؟
The three of them?
Link Campus.
Link Campus.
Link Campus is responsible to
For the
making the
e-learning.
e-learning with the cooperate with the project suite.
Mhm.
شوف اللينك اللي عندك.
هو شغال هو كده شغال مش working. شغال عايز تعملها presentation.
This is statistic study for the training and how we process to evaluate the progress in our training.
ايه ده؟
Very good.
ده جرس ده ولا؟
لا انذار
ده إنذار.
انذار حريق.
And
يعني
when are you planning to do like so like basically now you are in the second one and when are you planning the third one and
The
the fourth
third
one?
one will start
In the
in
middle
the
of-
half of May
on the middle of
for
May.
3 months and for the half of September for the fourth one.
For one in September.
Yeah, half of September.
Mhm, mhm,
We don't make it a schedule now.
mm. But basically you do it like in advance for them to be
To
later.
pass them,
incorporate-
yeah.
integrate.
Yeah.
Mhm. And is there any special, because, I mean, is any special challenge or anything that you are encountering in terms of the training that is different from what you expected, or everything is going as you anticipated, or you
some-
are adapting things, or
We are surprised for the inspired from the trainee. Some of them, they don't know anything about textile, making fashion, making the product. And we scheduled to finish our training at 3 o'clock. They are processed to 6 o'clock.
they are motivated.
Yeah, they are inspired to complete their training with
They
work
found
with
it,
them
they found it.
45. Yeah.
And do you do like kind of, because,
Tamer.
yes, Amr,
Tamer.
Tamer, Dr. Tamer, and you said that you don't do questionnaires anymore, but do you have any kind of assessment, evaluation to understand
Yeah,
what
every
has been,
after every module we make assessment for the
to understand
trainee.
what is being the most useful parts for them?
Yes.
or-
Yeah, and they take their feedback and then make attached
Mhm.
in the
Actually, they
report.
give them an initial grades before joining the incubator.
Yeah, we evaluate them.
هاتيها يا دكتورة.
Ah,
have initial evaluation.
This is some of their evaluation.
The initial evaluation.
For attendance, for training, for learning ability, for design, for prototype, and also for their social communication. We make a grades from 5
Mhm,
for everyone.
mhm.
After every module, we give them for assessment evaluation and give the feedback from them. And
Mhm.
there is attached in the report.
Mm. Okay. I think the essential is clear.
If you want any question, welcome.
I think for the time being, I understand.
Okay, I finished my. That's our
Classroom?
no, our facilities in the laboratory
Mhm.
and also in the pilot, semi-pilot in the equipment and something like that. After we finish, we take you
We can
the
have
round.
a-
Okay.
Mhm, mhm. Shukran.
Hello. And this is some of our products for every module.
Mhm.
Every module has the book, but some of them are English and some of them
Then-
are Arabic
Yes.
to recognize them.
Mhm.
And this is for the second part, and this is for the third part.
Because you have these 6 modules, yeah?
Yeah, here, first module,
Module, second and
second
third.
module, and this is for the fourth,
The
module
fourth,
The 4th, the first, the second, and the 4th.
and the fourth.
Mhm. I can have a look at later.
But,
But these are things they are doing during the trainings.
during the training, yeah, they
during the
start.
first part in.
And you
design.
have many women, many men, you have both.
Yeah,
Actually,
around,
women are higher than men. The ratio of women are higher than the ratio of
Majority
men.
are
The majority
Well,
are
it's a
women.
sector, that usually
Yes.
you can find, it's not like other sector, I don't know, for example, engineering, there is usually more
But-
men driven.
but
So
you-
far, we
but
don't know in
you
the future.
the-
But leather and especially textile is more,
for the
for-
women.
it has been,
Especially textile. Maybe
Textile
leather is not that much.
Yes.
not that more, but
Textile, yes.
textile, yes.
But the
Clothing.
The project set a criteria, a number of.
Women,
female and
yes.
male,
and
yes,
men.
and age.
So basically you're having more women than men or?
Yes,
quite
yes,
balanced?
the ratio is also included in the report.
Yes.
About more than 60% are
Women and also the men are inspired to do the project and
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, very good, Amira. Thank you very much.
thank you for you.
Would you like and Sami to talk you about the incubator?
Yes, yes, sure, yes.
Okay, we start from where they finished for the training. We do a panel, consists of one of each partner. We assess the ideas they are showing what they have learned, and they show what they think about, what is the projects they are thinking about. Then we take the best or the good ideas that we feel that they benefit from the training to join the incubator. Our incubator,
You wanted to make a comment during the evaluation for the ideas for the training. The committee are composed from all the partners, the
So they-
IMSC, the NRC, Cairo University, chambers, to evaluate the idea from all the categories.
So basically, in order to, let's say, to
join the
choose- to
incubator?
choose someone for the incubator phase, you do like a global assessment of.
Yes,
the-
yes. Actually, they are
But
asked
for
to
all the
propose an
students,
idea.
or did you ask them, the ones that want to go further with the incubation
Well-
phase, and you ask them to?
For all.
to
No,
propose
no,
them?
no,
For all of them,
all
for all of them, you give them
Yeah.
all the,
design
all the
the
students.
training, yes.
We ask
They
them-
present,
Actually, to see if they are benefit from the training or not. They are keen about the training. If they are keen about the training, they will be keen about the
Incubator?
Yes.
To you,
also
to,
they are to produce their ideas either individual or they make a group from the
Mhm.
textile and the leather to give a product collect from the textile and the leather. Some of them are individual and some of them in groups.
Mhm.
Actually, they are asked to each of a group to present their idea in front of the committee formed by each one from each partner. Then we assess them and we take the average to see if they will be able or will benefit from the incubator or not.
Mhm. And how, let's say, how many of them more or less they move to the incubation phase?
Around 20.
20
Around 20.
23.
23. About half of them.
Half of them,
About
because-
half of them. Because there are about 50, we take the 23. About
For the,
half of
for the training rounds, how many are?
Around 45.
45.
From
We
45
started
to
with 45, but
We
We
finally,
introduced-
the idea
About-
are introduced is around 23.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
But for the trainees, because before start.
From
before
45 to 30.
30
No,
for
to 50,
30
sorry.
for textile and 20 for leather.
Mhm. 30 textile.
And 20 for
20
leather.
later because actually because the lab cannot
The space
take
at
more than
them
that.
are not,
We intended to divide it into halves, but the lab in Hilwan University cannot take more
More
than
than-
cannot hold more
So,
than 20.
I understand. So when you were mentioning before the 150 micro-small enterprises,
For
this is
all-
for the four,
the four groups,
this is
yeah.
the
Collected
target for the
for the
four training. So basically, in the incubation phase, let's say half of them they move to the incubation,
Yeah,
yeah,
like 20.
23.
23 around.
Mhm.
During the training, we buy 3 laptops, 3 video projector, and also 3D software, which uploaded on the laptops.
Mm.
We use it in the training.
Okay, maybe we can speak a little bit more about the incubator. So you selected altogether
We
the
select the compatible programs to be trained here and trained in the incubator.
mm,
After that, we have in the incubation period is about 3 months, divided into 2 main
sub-phases.
phases. Yes, first phase for the business phase, and the other for the product design.
Actually, also the incubator syllabus is included also in the
Business phase and prototype.
Product design. For the business phase, we are mainly talk about business modeling, how to come out with your idea, how to find a gap in the market, what is the business model you are working on, especially showing them how to do the business model canvas as a start. Then we talk about the financial, how to make the financial statement, financial analysis, cash conversion cycle, cash conversion cycle, budgeting, and so on. We talk about marketing, segmentation, targeting, positioning. Are you going to work as a B2B or B2C? What is the marketing mix? We have some lectures about digital marketing concepts and digital marketing tools. This is for the marketing. About the legalities, how to make a partnership, what kind of partnership you're going to use, what is the intellectual property rights, corporate governance.
Everything more related to setting up a business
start a
and,
new business,
being
yes.
able to be sustainable and scale up and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And about the production, how to work with the production optimization, what are the product requirements in terms of quality and quantity, costing and the pricing, how to make a sample and how to post the
this is
sample.
part of the business phase or more the
Yes,
product, the
this is
prototype?
all in the business phase.
Business phase, yes.
How to plan your product or production plan, how to reduce wastage, how to work efficient. This is all within the production cycle. Then they have a lot of software training, how to make the pattern using the computer, how to do the designs, grading. This is for the software. Then funding, what types of funding, types of investors, how to sell your business, how to plan to the exit plan for your business. This is you should know from the very beginning in the business model.
Mhm.
Then,
And one,
Hmm.
no, sorry. No, go ahead.
actually,
go ahead.
this is all for the business unit.
Yes, yes, yes.
Then
And the
we will go
prototype?
to the design.
It's
Uh,
more technical.
Yes, first we assess their current ideas. We give them some idea about the fashion and how they can reach the fashion around the world for the style and leather. Then we start with the aspects of design, material, efficiency. How can you make your own product with efficient material that can cost you what is relative to the market and so on.
Mhm.
How to make a mood board, and then to start your prototype, and then we reach the final product that can be, you can say it's good for the market you are aiming from the first
Mhm.
to reach.
And for example, because the professor was mentioning before about this 3D printing and all this kind of a training, because these are training, right?
This is
Yeah,
included
training.
first in the training,
Is it
in the
And
textile and
in the
lasers
incubator.
and the incubator.
incubator?
The 3D printing in the
In
incubator,
the incubator. So
3D printing,
Oh,
not the 3D software.
Yeah.
We are responsible for 3D software.
3D
yeah,
software.
because when you talk here, I remember your project is, I wanted to see that you talk about first the factory of change and then the open innovation portal, right? When you talk about the factory of change, you talk more about this, the training and
And
the
the
incubators, right? The things that are more for, let's say, within the project that is taking part. And I'm seeing here that there were already these, let's say, thematics mentioned, like 3D printing, robotics, eco design, digital tools, technology. These are
The training module are
part of the
included,
training module and the
and also part
incubator.
in the incubator.
Yes.
So when we talk about the factory of change here in the project, it's all about basically more the training and the incubation, right?
Yeah.
Factory
If
of
I want
change,
to know if I understood
factory,
it
no,
well.
no, you know, the project, firstly are the training, for the training. After that, they go to the
Incubator.
incubator for the
Yes.
factory change.
Yes.
To make the second part. After the third part, for the beneficiary that
They get the
Yeah.
subject.
They get some.
So when you talk about the factory of
That is
change,
changing.
it's these three phases: training, incubation,
Incubate.
sub-granting.
Yeah.
Okay, because the idea is that after your incubation phase, you will choose some of the
Beneficiaries.
beneficiaries to grant them
Yes.
an amount
Yeah.
for,
Funded
but you haven't started with this yet. Well, you can tell me more.
For
for
the
the-
grant, no, we did not start.
No,
But
for the grant,
we can finish first, like, yes, because
Finish
also
the
me, I'm
incubator and
anticipating-
I will
This
take
is
about
all
the
for
training.
this is all for the.
Yes.
incubator.
انتوا فين دلوقتي? When we are now in the
Actually, we
incubator.
are about to finish next Thursday will be the last session for the business module. And then we will start the design, further design.
And this, I can't remember your name,
Same.
Sami. This is the first time or the second incubator, like this is
First
the
incubator.
The first.
the first, yeah, the first that is taking is building on the first training.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and there will be also one link to each training
Yes, that is
for
needed.
incubator phase. Yes.
There is 4 incubators.
Mhm.
After each training, we have an incubator.
Actually,
Okay.
I think we should reconsider this about. We will, when we take the second training, only, or we will take the second and third.
We will see. We will see
We
about.
suggest that
which-
the second incubator include the second group training and
And
third
third.
group training.
This is
Uh-huh.
according to the number of
Training.
trainee that will have a good idea. Maybe we find
yeah.
that the
After
second.
the assessment of the.
After the
Assessment, yeah, you
assessment.
will see that
After their
either-
assessment, yes.
But you said that now you are doing the first incubation, and you are in the first phase, let's say in the business phase.
Yes.
You haven't started the second one
They
yet,
will start it on
Technical.
next Sunday.
next Sunday. So the Thursday you are finalizing this. Mm.
Then we will have a break for 1 week and then we can start.
Yeah, you can, yes. Okay, so the third, let's say, the third step, because this is the factory of change, will be the sub-granting. And
I will talk about the grant.
you want to, like this, we finish a little bit this
For the
part,
incubating part,
Okay.
this is-
the factory of change, and there is more like
Yes.
the in-house work, I would say more like to the inner beneficiaries, yeah, and like the ones, because the other, the Open Innovation Portal is more for
For
more
public.
for public, global, yes,
public.
it's the second part,
We
yes,
have-
second pillar, let's say.
We will talk here also about. For the grant, we plan and to give the grant to only the members that have joined the training and the
and the
incubator.
incubator.
But after talking with Mr. Stefano, he told us that
Stefano,
Italian.
okay.
You are with us, Mr. Stefano?
ممكن تسهل لنا
Atena Stefano. He said that no
Yes, of course.
must be from the trainee. They
Mhm.
must the announcement of the grant must be open to all textile and laser. So we will announce it for all. But we expect that most of them will be from the our trainee, as we will ask for who take the grant to know specific things, to know how to do to start the job, how to let it to combat, how to
Actually,
deal with us also.
I think we have a recommendation that
Yes.
we should stick to the people who joined the program from the very beginning till the end.
You mean the ones that follow the
we-
training and they
yeah.
follow the incubators? Usually in your, I can't remember exactly how you include it in your Annex 1, because already in the call for proposal, I remember that it's already compulsory to describe in your Annex 1, at least there are some aspects of the sub-granting process that they already need to be a little bit detailed in your Annex 1. I don't know if you've done it, for example, the amount that you're gonna give them,
I
or
think the
Yeah,
amount
yeah,
of
yeah,
six
some,
or-
some of the criteria.
Yes, the criteria,
yeah, all this.
and
Then
how much they must be start up,
this-
must be how much they be innovative.
Stefano.
Mr. Stefano would like you would
so-
like
so
to talk about the grant.
basically, you need to adhere to what you
Yes,
wrote in
yes,
your
yes,
Annex
yes.
1. Then I don't know how open or how flexible you were in this, let's say, requirements and that you included there. I don't think probably you included, I don't know, I can't remember now by heart because there are many places I can't remember you included that this like requirements should be having completely the courses, or just you were mentioning more certain criteria like I don't know. the ones-
I have read this part. Actually, there is nothing to say that there must be from our training, but there are recommendation that we can add recommendation about the amount of business they have. Amount, how can they start a business? How can they
the
deal with
knowledge,
business?
you mean?
Yeah, they must know something. We can.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, you have here like some already criteria saying at least minimum criteria
For
that they
the
were
first
needed
Yes.
for the sub-granting.
Yes.
Then I think you better than anybody, I mean, you are in the best position to see what kind of criteria should be
Yes.
met for these sub-grants.
We intend to do that.
To basically contribute to the objectives you want, because if the sub-grant, what is the objective of the sub-granting is to promote, like to give, I can't remember how much.
I can
money-
remember, but it included how many will take
For
and
sure,
how
the
many
money-
maker, how many. Some of them will take 6,000 euro, some of them will take 9,000 euro,
Yeah,
and we
because
must
I remember
make a
this-
plan for them. It's included in the
Yeah,
course.
yes, for sure, it's always.
It's all-
Yeah.
They must take a plan for what they have done, and Mr. Stefano recommended that we not give them the amount of money
As a
first.
one-man.
They
No,
must
no. Like,
okay.
yes, of course.
By a
A
timeline.
timeline, how
Yes,
they
budget
spend it,
timeline
and
for the
and
beneficiary.
proctor their progress.
exactly. I
Okay.
think it's good always to give us, we do with
Yes,
you, eh?
yes, of course.
You show effort and you show
Yeah,
progress
yeah.
and
Yes,
you,
yes.
and you
May-
reward.
Seriously
Maybe
to,
Mr. Stefano would like to talk about the grant a bit little. So,
She is present.
Mr. Stefano.
Hi. Hi, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
Stefano.
Mr. Stefano.
Hi. Yes, I think that Professor Siman has explained all, more or less, the process of the subgranting. Anyway, in the application form are written briefly some key criteria in order to deliver and to assess and to give how to give the subgrant to the beneficiaries. The beneficiaries are divided in 3 key groups: makers, innovators, and startups. For each of these groups, a specific amount of resources has been established at application form stage. If I remember well, 5,000 for makers and social innovators, and 10 or 9,000
6 for the first 2 and 9 for the
startup.
third one.
We are now in the process to start to work with this tool, with these activities. And we had a mission last January, in Egypt. We discussed about it with Professor Seman, with the applicant and the rest of the partners. And we decided more or less that the sub-granted scheme will be delivered in 2 phases. So the first phase is this summer, when we are going to publish the open call for project and ideas. And the second phase is in autumn, more or less. In this way, we try
The
to...
second phase, sorry, the first,
in autumn, more or less, in autumn.
the first one in the summer and the second one.
More or less, more or less.
I didn't not plan not on December. I think it will be maybe in July or August.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that we can proctor the job in acceptable amount.
Okay. Anyway, the idea is to publish open call for project or business ideas. They will be open, but of course, the main target, the main beneficiaries will be for project idea, in compliance with the project idea, the trainees of the work package number 4 and work package number 5, because they are in the best position for submission. Because they know all of the process, training process and incubator process, and they got the skills, knowledge, and competencies to design proper business idea, project, and proposal for submission. But the call should be open for wider audience, okay? For wider audience.
Yeah, I understand. In any case, I think if I understood things completely well, I think in the training and in the incubation, there are also many micro and small enterprises.
Yes.
And
they are
but
included in the
are
training.
also, yes, but although there are also more entrepreneurs or
Yes.
startup or makers,
yeah.
and the sub grants, they will focus more on the startups or the the innovators or the makers more than the micro and small enterprises themselves, right? I'm saying that I don't know. I don't know, but it's what it comes to me. Sometimes you can be a micro and you can be. It's difficult to establish the line. But I guess that in most cases, when the sub-granting mechanism, what it tries to do is always, it tries to support the ones that they have more difficulties to have access to finance anyway. So for example, training I'm talking in general. In general, for example, trainings or incubation programs, They are usually more for everybody, micro, small, and everybody, even those that they have missed, because it's
Yes,
also a way
yes.
to enhance their knowledge and their performance and to be able to scale up, etc. Then the sub-granting mechanism usually is more focused on those that they really, if they don't have the sub-granting mechanism, they are not probably able to take off because they don't have the minimum,
criteria or
not the minimum finance.
Resources.
Cannot find a financing
A finance-
institute to finance
yes.
their project or their
Or
ideas.
at least, or of course, it can also be for someone that it is a micro small, they have more means or they are already more established, but there are maybe some aspects that they cannot afford themselves and they are important for their development in terms of innovation. But here you have said, like Stefano mentioned, that you have makers, innovators,
And
startups.
startup.
So you really need to make sure that in a way or another, you focus on this target.
Yes, yes. Actually,
yeah.
when we
Then you
start our
find your way,
training,
at the end of the day, the lines between makers, startups, innovators,
it's the
micros,
yes,
sometimes
yes.
it's for you, it's for you to,
it's
for you
flexible.
to
It's
define a little
flexible,
bit.
yeah.
But what it has to be clear is that the line has to be defined
Yes, of course.
in a transparent and equal treatment way. And if for you, it's important that certain, I mean, if you consider that those coming from the trainings incubators are in the best position
Yes.
to receive, or some of them,
Yeah.
then you need to maybe, because it has to be, let's say, open to everybody, but then of course, in your criteria, you can choose criteria that for you are
Yes, yes, we are-
essential
We will
for
make that.
someone to be able to benefit for the sub-granting. But the principal idea should be that the sub-granting process it has to focus on those that trying to touch the bottom line, let's say, those that they really
Yes,
need
yes, of course
support
we
to
do
take
that.
off or to scale up or to like make a change, because otherwise really they shouldn't go to one of the enterprises that is well settled.
You are afraid that the startup or the makers cannot handle the budget that they taking and they don't make it for them the take off for the project.
Exactly, because the idea with the sub-granting process is basically to reach, as I said, those that they have very good ideas and they have good training, they have good knowledge, but they don't have the financial means.
Financial, yeah.
This is the idea with the sub-granting mechanism. Because, and this happens, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
there are
yeah,
sometimes young people,
You have the right.
some enterprises, they have the micro, small, they have the means, but they don't have the knowledge. Then you can use training, or you can use, incubator phases to improve certain processes, but then some of them, even they have the training, or they have the knowledge, or they need some push
Helping,
economically,
some
yes,
helping,
support economically speaking.
Okay.
So I think this is something, but this is the general principle behind the sub-granting. Then you of course need to be equal treatment and adhere to what you wrote in the Annex 1, and then from that point on, you know better than the others. I mean, you know better than us what are the options out there, because you've seen the students, you know the sector, and you know what is more needed and what it can make more changes. So you are in the best position to choose, as long as you respect the basic, yes.
As I said, as Mr. Stefano said, they were in a mission here in January. We discussed this, the grant part specifically. As I said, we thought that they will be close to our trainee, but Mr. Stefano said that it is specified in the project.
It has
And
to
we
be
are,
open.
it has to be open for public, and we are now preparing a call of proposal, even to differentiate between what's a startup, what's the innovator, and what,
Yes.
as Dr. Amira said, and Mr. Stefano said, it's flexible. It's not defined in a hard way. We will open it. We plan to open it in an event in July, in about July. we'll make an event to open it for all. But
To announce the.
yeah, to announce the open.
But the beneficiaries always from these two sectors, right? For the
Yes,
manufacturing.
yes,
sector,
from the
it's
laser
always
and
gonna be
textile, only
textile.
for laser and
Mm,
textile.
mm.
I think,
Uh,
Dr. Iman, you are trying to make a call for the half of the beneficiaries, not
as,
all.
and as I said, as I will about to say, Mr. Stefano thought that we should give the grant all at once, but I prefer to
phases.
divide
In two
divide
phases.
them into two phases, so we can, so it's easy for us to proctor
Follow,
their
to
work
follow.
and
I mean, if you, I mean, I don't know how, I mean, how many in total are you meant to, you have a number, like? How
yes,
many
I have a
beneficiaries
number
are you planning?
about 15 and 5, 5 starter and 15 innovator and 15
Makers.
makers, 15 makers.
What do you mean exactly by makers? For me, it's also always like, sometimes.
Mr. Stefano,
It's the same question.
Well,
Sometimes for me,
he,
makers,
he,
makers,
put us,
makers.
he put us in this situation.
You already asking this question.
We ask them why you are calling them as the makers.
Yes. I also had this question when I was reading the proposal. I said maybe something very specific in this
Has
sector,
experience.
or I thought maybe it was linked to this specific manufacturing sectors. I said makers maybe is related to the first steps,
Yeah.
not related to raw materials. I wasn't sure.
Okay, can you
You're
explain,
called
Mr.
Stefano.
Stefano? Can
yeah, but
Mr. Stefano?
very briefly, in compliance with the application form, both makers and social innovators are, generally speaking, entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, but with a specific attitude for manufacturing. These are mainly the makers, and social innovation, sustainable development. These are social innovators, mainly social innovators. So as far as I knew from my mission last January in Egypt, I saw that these two categories, makers and social innovators, fully met the characteristics of the learners that we met in National Research Center. They bring us new ideas in terms of mainly sustainability and also digitalization, okay? So the use of ICT tools, strategies, and knowledge in order to improve or start up their business idea. The group of the beneficiaries of the small grant will be, from my point of view, aspiring entrepreneur and entrepreneurs. Not skillful expertise entrepreneurs, but young entrepreneurs, okay? And they have to be able to reflect their sustainable business idea, innovative business idea in their proposal they wish to submit. Okay, and we still remain in the leather and textile sector. Okay. So the challenge will be for us to clearly describe the characteristics of the beneficiaries for a small grant, both addressing to makers and social innovators. But generally, they are aspiring entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs. Okay. These terms are from a European model, social innovator and makers. But from the application form comes clear that they are entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs. And they are attending the courses now. They are attending the courses now.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think like you are in a good position to, because you have these two previous phases before the subgranting, because there are some projects that they don't have these previous phases, though they enter sometimes in the subgranting process more directly. So sometimes it's more difficult for them to understand
To choose
who are the
that-
best criteria, because they
yes.
don't know exactly what kind of potential beneficiaries they are addressing
Yes.
them. But in your case, I think these two phases, they are helping you a lot to understand who can benefit from this, or who could be the, the most appropriate beneficiaries in line with this objective. I think it's quite clear, yes. And how long does it take, like the subgranting? You're gonna, you have foreseen more or less how much time for the
I think about 3 or 4 months
Months.
for to proctor the work.
Mm. Mhm.
Yeah, we have to discuss.
So that,
Yeah,
actually,
in any
We would need maybe more.
More time.
especially
we
for-
think,
around 6
especially for
months.
the-
6 months, not more than 6 months, from 3 to 6 months. We are considering and we are preparing now the call of proposal.
Because
It's actually, we will have to ask about extension for the project in order, because we are already late for 6 months in the starting of
We
the
will see,
training.
yeah.
I have already made our plan that
Mm.
we will need at least 6 months an extension.
We can discuss these issues at the end when we have more cover the technical part, and we talk more about the more the administrative part. Okay, I
Can we
think,
take, can we
yes.
talk now about the open portal?
yes, I will need to go to the toilet quickly,
Okay,
now, because I think this is a natural break from the factory, yes. Yes, and
دكتور حازم احنا لغايه دلوقتي مفيش حاجه خالص جت من
لا حاضر.
يعني فبراير انا لغايه دلوقتي
لا حاضر.
ولا بالليل
حضرتك شوف بقى.
والميل بتاعك.
كلم الدكتور حازم على الموضوع.
لا مفيش ايه، لا مدام سلوى يا عمر، لا سوري يا حازم، مدام سلوى مجمع موضوع البدن.
لا نسيني انا خلاص. لا انا عارف.
دكتورة نادية دكتورة عميلة مش مشكلة. لا ايه
ده اللي حضرتك عايزاه ولا؟ انا فاكر 22 المفروض ان انا عارفه سيكون
لا
طبيعي ان احنا ما نسال بس المفروض
ما هو ده اللي هيتعمل له سبمشن في الفاينانشال في التكنيكال، يعني هو بيعرض الايديا بتاعته بلس ان هو بيقول انا عايز الفند بتاعي او البادجت بتاعي قد ايه.
نقسم على كذا كذا كذا.
هو كان المفروض يبقى.
Mr. Stefano, when you were in Egypt, hi. When you were in Egypt, you have told us that you will send like a template or how.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can you
yes.
send that?
Yeah, I have to start to work on it.
Okay, start to watch and we will.
Yes.
Okay.
But Professor Siman, did you ask for an extension or not?
Actually, I have added in a small word in the interim report, but I will write a letter, a formal letter for this extension.
For how long?
6 months.
6 months, okay.
Can start for 6 months.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe like with 5 minutes break. And then... I wanted to. No, go. You wanted to do
No,
something?
I want to go to the toilet.
Okay. Maybe I take. I have.
لا مش من مزاج وقعدت الدكتوره ما تقدرش مش عارفه انا مش راضيه ليه انا عايزاك مش عارفه
I give you my card here. You can show me. I think we will have more. I'm not sure. Do you need me to sign there in the?
Just we are writing the names of the attending this meeting, just to reach some money for transportation. This is not.
Okay, just to justify something. Yeah, I understand.
So this is your first visit to National System.
Yes. I was saying to Amira that, well, the last 2 years we haven't really visited a lot of things because of the COVID. And actually, we just came back to the office, I would say like 1 month ago, I think less. Most of the time we've been working, I mean, teleworking.
I see.
But now we have to start in half of the time we are back in the office. So
It's like a normal way.
So me, I'm starting also to.
Because I want to tell them.
Yeah, we can. I mean, and we don't have a lot of time, but we still have. Yes, like they can take like 10 minutes. Yeah,
Actually, you can. We will take a 10 minutes break, Stefano and Valentina. We will be back after 10 minutes. Okay.
Stefano is here.
Stefano is Progetto Sud.
Progetto Sud and Link Campus are the ones that are more in charge of the open portal.
No, the open portal mainly with the Cairo University.
Cairo University.
Yeah.
You maybe you also give me your because you are in the INC, right?
Yes.
Other is the INC, I think, but most of the time it's another colleague of mine, and that is dealing with the trade portfolio. That is basically the one that is
She
more.
trade?
It's called, no, it's called Marco.
No, the project is she trade.
They are discussing, I don't know which is the current state now, and also I know the INC, because as far as I'm concerned, I remember that we wrote a letter of support because it's the coordinator of the, I don't know exactly what its name, EEN, it's European Networks.
Yeah.
It's for exchange of knowledge, and you are the coordinator.
Yes,
in it.
in Egypt, yes. Actually, Microblink.
But it's also a good consortium. I mean, you are, I remember the CIDA is there, or IPDA.
CDA.
About like, yes, also the Iran Export Council is there. You're a big institution. I mean,
Yeah, actually.
sometimes for me it's a little bit difficult to understand because you have many different roles. Yeah, you have also, I think,
We've started since 2000 with presidential decree. Our aim purpose is
but when you say about development micro monetary crisis, you always talk about the industrial sector, right?
Yes.
Not the financial sector.
No, only the industry.
Industrial sector. Because I see. There's a woman there, like, the name is still-
Yeah, true. So we are working on some kind of advisory ministry. With our head of the board is the minister of trade and investment.
But
We do some
you are like, you have the same status as, for example, the Iran Export Council, that is an advisory body of the Ministry of Trade and Industry. Because the Iran Export Council, I know well because they've been in other projects, so I remember well, they were an advisory body of the Ministry of Trade. You have exactly the same status?
Not the same. We are focusing on only export, but we are.
But you are
focusing
also considered advisory body of the ministry.
You can call us more or less the technical arm of the industry.
Technical arm of the ministry. Technical arm.
Yeah. We have about 14 branches over in all the industrial zones and parks. So
How
we
many
are
branches?
14 branches.
In all of.
all over it.
And you cover more or less all the regions, or just with some, yeah?
No, we have, we have in Alexandria, Fort Arab, Sadat, Bahur, Petro Ramadan, Suhak, Asrut.
So
Port Said.
basically your mandate is really related to promoting micro and small enterprises, or in general, or
No,
more?
not
only.
Maybe we are focusing now on this micro and small, but we work with all
Medium.
types and medium, of course, large,
Less,
not that much.
but well, less, they don't need so much.
So we
And medium,
give them
to be
some-
honest, medium, they are not so many. Unfortunately.
the majority are small.
Yeah, the majority, the large, the very large majority, is micro, even, micro and small. Depending on where you put the
Yes.
line. Yeah, yeah.
Depending on the definition.
Mm.
We give them some kind of technical support, advisory consultation. It's funded from the government with 80% fees. So the company only
It's
pays
co-funded by the beneficiaries.
actually pays only 20% of the consultation.
But this is your main.
Exactly.
Stanley, I need your card because otherwise I'm going to forget.
You're good like me and not
Thank you.
remembering the names.
Okay, I thought this was from the chamber.
No, this is from us.
Yes, yes, yes.
أنا خدت مكانك معلش بس هقول لك.
But when you talk about these consultations, this is, I've seen one of the things you do, but I guess you also do things. Also, we can talk a little bit later
Yeah.
within the framework this, because I also wanted to see at policy level what is happening in the project, because I guess at this, maybe you
Yeah,
have
we
something
are
more to
linked
say.
we are linked to the policymakers. So
Because it's good that, yes, this is one of the good things in this consortium, I think, is that there are a little bit of any kind of stakeholder,
yeah,
which doesn't usually happen in Egypt, like that they are the ones
you
from
cannot
the,
find that cooperation.
the knowledge providers and the knowledge users are together and they are discussing together what is better. You know, usually it happens more at research level, I would say, but then yes, for the research to be utilized.
To be
and-
implemented, this is very hard.
Yeah.
There is no
this
language. between
connection. It also was difficult in Europe. I mean, it's challenging everywhere. I mean, I mean, obviously here more, but in Europe also, there had to be a lot of support from outside and from the EU as well for the academia and the businesses and the government. They also repeat
Yes.
together of work because
They are working in
their natural,
separated
their
islands.
natural historical, let's say, way of working is each one in
Yeah.
and it's a very, I mean, it's much better when you can research, you can innovate in a way that can serve a purpose that is already defined, identified.
Yeah, and they solve a lot of problems of
I
the
thought the
industry in your
problem is
area.
Of
This
course,
is-
it's
we
that
are trying to
at
do
the end,
something
with,
like
at the end with this, we are trying to solve the problems of the industry, but this in order to create more employment, to create more income generation, and to have more opportunities. Which is what we, at the end, we all want.
We are all aiming for the same.
Yeah. And the different angles. Yeah. But sometimes it's true that we do just focus on research, something that you don't really are connected to in reality.
Yeah.
You,
This is there is a huge gap.
man.
in the
Yeah.
research.
ما دام
or
كان هاي
the industry. I think, I don't know if this is only in Egypt, but
no, I think,
all over the world.
I mean,
facing the same problem.
I think, I know more Europe for that, because, but in Europe was also challenging, but of course it's much more advanced than here, because they started
Very early.
very early. And there are some structures that they have facilitated a lot of exploration, for example, technology and scientific parks, where you already put there all the different stakeholders together physically in the same
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
And this for sure facilitates things.
I think this is due to the national universities that
Many universities, they have incubator programs, and some of the universities and the incubator programs, they are sometimes in, as I said, national or scientific parks, where there are already private sector or startups promoters already physically there. So the idea is also sometimes connect them physically in the same space, because this is sometimes facilitates a lot of the collaboration, and that the fact that they can all get to know each other and see them. They can
express
really,
their problems.
they
express
can
what
really
they're
work
facing,
on-
the challenges they have.
but maybe, yes, one thing that I wanted just before, you know,
to see some of the beneficiaries.
I wanted,
See support first.
yes. I wanted to
More.
realize, yes, I wanted to, I still have time, yeah, I still
You
have time.
you can see the open portal first.
Yeah, I
More.
wanted to ask you just one thing, because the project has also important component in terms of everything that is related. It was very emphasized in the proposal, everything related to digitalization and circular economy. How are you taking this? Like, is it also some of the everything that is connected to digitalization and circularity is an important part of the training? Is it? This is, I mean,
Actually, one,
or yeah, because
actually,
we were mentioning here ICT, eco ICT
Of course.
strategy. How are you addressing this digitalization and?
The use of three-dimensional software helps in multiple things.
Yes.
One is that optimizes the use of raw material, so that the leakage of the materials minimal, which again is environmental friendly
yes,
and key for the environment. Another is that traditionally it used to produce multiple samples to select the one of
select one
them
of them.
to produce in mass production. And they used to destroy the rest of the samples to prevent leakage of the designs. So because they want to sell those samples and to prevent the leakage of the designs, they used to destroy them, which is environmental unfriendly. The use of 3D saves all this because we don't have to produce physical samples. We do produce virtual or e-samples and select of them. So it is again environmental friendly and saves a lot of money and cost. Money because there is no waste of raw material, which is costs money. Also, it saves a lot of time, which again reduces cost and maximizes sales and profit because it allows the factory to be fast response to market requirements, which again leads to maximizing the sales and the profits. Plus, it is environmental friendly. Plus, it allows innovation in designs because when someone gets an idea, he wants to put it quickly on the paper before losing it. Doing a physical product takes time, but doing it virtually takes no time. So it allows more innovation. It's
more less time.
Somewhat similar to that. Now we write our reports on the computer. It allows more creativity than when we used to write them on paper and then go to a typewriter and type them.
But when you talk about this 3D,
Actually, there is also in the implementation period, we are talking about the production optimization, which is
production, sorry,
Optimization.
Production optimization mainly is to reduce the material.
The raw material.
Reduce, yes. Also
And
with the
also reuse of the waste.
and you will see one of the projects they are thinking about how to reuse the waste of the leather to make a raw material for the shoes.
One of our
And one of the
trainees
projects that
has
we
an
sent
idea
about-
of how to use this
And also it promotes more automation because it can be linked to machinery, reducing the time required to go to mass production.
but this,
Also for using the software in the pattern and for the cutting. Reduce the waste about 17 or 18%. So all this work is for the.
it's a lot of money and a lot of wastage.
but this 3D CD, let's say, I don't know, production, I don't know exactly how to. Is it a software? Is it that you are using, or is it a training that I mean, is or
Yes, it is a software.
it is addressed? It's a software.
There are
Yeah,
there are
software,
there is a 3D software and they learn how to
Supporting
use it
tools.
in the training in the NRC, and there is the 3D printer that they will use in the incubator.
Also, the
One
trainee
part
take a lesson and the lectures
Three.
about the circular economy and
The- the-
reuse of
the-
waste.
Okay.
The 3D software.
Software and its preference, like
The-
3D printer, laser,
3D software, 3D
cutter,
printer.
etc.
But they are part of this, this the National Research Center.
Yeah.
Part of us used to do the 3D software.
Is
Look
that
at the
true?
design.
And in the influence university for the
you,
lasers.
you use it for your training and for the incubator.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And it's set up on the laptop if you want to see.
If you want to
take a
see
look
it.
here.
And actually, when they will start the incubator, the second part, they will use a 3D. I will tell them to make a video for it. She asked for a video for
Yeah,
for
when we
her.
start-
اعمل لنا صور لنا ده عشان هتاخد منه بس نص
But the
دقيقة كده
idea,
ولا
for
حاجة.
example, okay, if
عشان
they
هاخدها.
use, if they learn how to use it, for example, they learn how to use the
Yes.
these 3D technologies.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then are they gonna be able to use these technologies later on?
We tell them you can't break this software on their own, but you can use this software here in our institute to be able to everyone to from the lecture from the trainee to make their design and refreshing their information about this. But I think it's hard for everyone to buy this software.
Expensive unless it's a big factory.
And this is a big factor.
It is a license.
But our
A licensed software rather than purchase software.
but
License
our
software or
institute
at least 3 months.
but our institute is open for them all.
IMC also has 3D software and they will buy the 3D printer and they have also 3D printer before the start of the project. As the main issue of the project, that they should buy a 3D printer, but they also have a 3D printer.
Maybe I'll talk with you later about the challenges we have, especially with the purchasing. But
Yes.
regarding
ده معاك بتاع الدولار
دلوقتي
ما تقوليش مش عارفه
انتوا
ايه.
دلوقتي
لا ما
انتوا
مش
بقى
عارف ان كانت التندر هتقفل امبارح بعد ما الناس كانت حطت الاوفر قال لك بس لم بقى الاوفرز مش هنقدم واجلناها 3 ايام تاني.
because of the rising of the dollars.
طب ما خلاص ما كفايه تقفلوها لحد كده.
jumping from
ما دخلوش ما حطوش الاوفرز
ما حطوش الاوفر.
كله قال لك انا عايز اغير
the
الاوفرز.
offer on the dollars with 15.
The dollar has increased. Each dollar increased about 2.5 or 3
Actually, once they are trained on the software, they can implement this in their factories. If they have factories as makers and already the existing companies. Otherwise, they can use the facilities in NRC or places like that to draw their patterns and take them on paper to put it on the cutting line machine. So they will use it once they start their work. They will use it.
I mean, they don't need it for their daily work later on.
No,
they have
not
the
for
pattern.
no, no,
It's
no.
just for the
Make
beginning.
design for once they can
No.
complete every process.
Okay. In any case,
You want one to
yes, I wanted like, okay. I think,
Have you visited a style factory before?
no, I don't.
Okay,
Hamilton
let
Bay.
me tell you something. They draw the pattern on a paper, then put the paper on a table like this with the drawings for the pattern. This is the trouser. This is the pocket. All on the table, and then they cut
mechanical scissors,
on these
mechanical
lines.
scissors.
For the several
layers.
several layers for the sky, about 50, depending on the production. Yes, the number of production they. So they put all these layers and all one of them the drawing, and then cut around the drawings. This is a part of the blouse or the part of trouser. Then they sew them together with the machine.
Okay, I think I understand.
Can you see the open
Yes,
portal?
yes. In any case,
تعالى.
basically, when you talk about the digitalization of circular economy, you are basically one of the main aspects of this is the use of these 3D
Yes.
procedures.
Yes.
And then You also said that in the training, they were important part of the training, everything related to.
Train them on the 3D software and the
Actually, one of
digitalization of the
one of the
design.
trainee has an idea of using the wastage of factories
To recycle it.
to recycle it and to make something small in order not to benefit from the wastage.
Also
Okay.
for the digitalization.
Yes, for the
you will
digitalization.
Find some kind of projects that depend on a mobile app or some applications.
I
that we
think
use
it
to-
will
Yeah, because
be
I
open
guess
the portal.
digitalization, I mean, digitalization is no, it can be also for other aspects more related to e-commerce or marketing.
Yeah,
E-commerce.
You know, it's not only about the digital in
Digital.
procedures, but also in everything,
Marketing,
every
in
aspect
marketing,
related
yeah.
to the business
About
itself.
the application that will be used to sell their product.
Mhm.
This is
It
one of
will
the
be
projects
used,
Application.
I want to
but
ask you,
this is being part of your business, the incubator phase, the business training, or it will be part of the sub-granting?
the sub-granting
Maybe
will all be part of the
sub-branded,
sub-grant.
and this is a business model. It's
Yeah.
a kind of business model. Maybe
We are doing
only
now, we
working
are
on
adding now a
digital
business model. We are planning a business
Building a
model
business.
and we are planning to explain it to the factories to follow it. But we are working on it now. We have actually مش معاكم يعني we have started to make our to hold our first meeting in Cairo University to suggest it or establish it. But we will discuss it especially with IMC. عندنا أحمد رمزي ابتدى يشتغل فيه بس هنقعد يعني ازاي يعمل بزنس موديل عموما. لا البيزنس موديل كبزنس موديل وهنقعد ما شاء الله. هو قال انا عندي فكره، قلت له لما تعملها بقى عشان نعمل قعده ونشوف فيها كلها بالذات الاي ام سي لان هم دي النقطه بتاعتهم. دكتور نور will present you the purpose of the content.
Yes.
Share screen first.
Yes.
I bring you another one.
I think I just want to put some water in this one, the same one, no another tea, just water.
Just it's too dark. بتعمل لها كوبايه بس صغيره يعني شيء شايفين الدنيا صعبه عندنا. انا بشيله على طول. هم بيحطوا جايبين التقيل مش عارفه ليه.
هو ده نوع تقيل مزاج بقى.
ورينا ممكن يبقى عربي الاول وبعدين نشتغل على الانجليش.
So we have launched the open portal about 10 months ago, nearly a year, and we have made the portal available in 3 languages: Arabic and Italian and English. So we can, for everyone, can change the language if his own from here. So all the site will be translated to different languages. It takes time because we have bad connections right now, but it is translating. Okay.
رجع الصوره اللي احنا كنا فيها مع الايطاليين ولا ما ترجعش لوحدها. This is the midterm workshop where the Italian were with us, Mr. Stefano and Miss Valentino and Dr. Isa.
Okay, the main filter for our activity.
خليها الانجليش بقى.
Okay, so we'll translate back to English.
Back to English, okay. كل ده عشان نجيب الانجليش. The connection is too bad.
Yes. Okay, now we'll be back to English. So in this on Open Portal, we have different sections. One of them for the survey and the training, how to participate in our training, and he can apply on the training by using them. Yes. And now this is the code and how he can participate for both for companies and for
but
companies.
Now it's not open because it is. We will open it in the next week for.
Yes, and we have here a survey for our participants to make others.
أدخلها على واحد يعني.
Okay. This is one of the surveys.
Because the students or the trainees, some of them did not work
in Arabic. So it is about 5 pages from surveys to collect some information about to define some of the criteria for our trainers. And go to we have also sections for Open Factory in the news. You can pull up our news, our
television or
yes. Okay.
Or these are news in paper and some are videos on.
Yes. Yes. Hosted in Cairo University data center. and he's one of the national in Arabic, but it's a I will cooperate with the faculty.
I think I think we yes, I don't know if you because we are, I mean, they use I mean, it pays a lot of attention on the visibility aspect and communication aspect. I don't know if you did you submit your communication and visibility plan?
Yes.
Because
Yeah,
this is-
Yes.
because this
second
is-
year,
and this
the
is-
first year.
And did you get any feedback from Nashla?
Not
No.
at all.
We submitted,
Mm. Okay. But
Maybe we should resubmit
but no,
and
it's just that I'm saying that the
خد فيديو منهم
no,
يعني.
it's just that I don't know if you participated in any of the trainings that was
They,
visited
Dr.
Yes,
Hazim,
yes,
Dr.
in the
Nu,
first
and
one.
Dr. Hamid participated
in the trainings because
in the first year.
the first year.
Yes, me
because-
and the professor Hazim.
because
We have a-
Noor وحامد.
Yes,
because there was one lately, like I think I put in copy that it was more focused on new tools that are used for visibility and communication, more like how to use Twitter, how to
Yes,
use.
this is one we have done here. We have added the social medias contents for Facebook and the Twitters and
خش على حاجة
YouTube
منهم
and
كده بس
Facebook
هم-
groups. This is one of the main
But
objectives.
but I think first
Yes.
to make sure that all the always there is a project that is funded by the EU and
Of course.
and
Yes.
there is
And we
I
have,
think there is something that has to be like a statement that had to be included is compatible
Highlight.
Goals, the partners.
for projects. yes.
In each article, it's mentioned that this
It is
project is
funded.
with- and in paper, as
If
you see, هات
if-
كده.
if
Sorry, can you turn on the mic? The mic is off. Thank you.
one
Yes.
that is informative part that advertises information and the news about the industry laser industry, and another one for the textile industry, and activities, etc. Traditional one. And if, for example, yourself have as an idea, another person or another entity, so you describe it, is interested in your idea and wants to collaborate with you. We allow through the administrator passing private information about Dr. Iman to yourself and private information about yourself to Dr. Iman to communicate directly privately, because some of the business issues cannot be discussed publicly.
But my question is more, yes, I think I understand the principle, but my question is more, if, for example, all the ones participating now, they are part of the consortium, or the final objective is that also other people from outside the consortium.
Yes,
can also-
other people, but they should be trusted.
Actually-
For that, we are giving them username and password. You should be trusted for the e-commerce part, but for just communication,
You can
the
use
Facebook and the Twitter.
Visual Space is an
خليها
open
أخش
space.
هنا. The
Yes.
Facebook and the Twitter is open for anyone,
Yes.
but to join the private part.
The private part will be the e-commerce.
Yes, and the virtual
E-commerce,
space.
not only the
And
e-commerce
and the virtual space.
Yes,
And
and the
the
virtual
virtual
space is just a place to the stakeholders and the companies and the factories to
To be
join.
sure,
Yes.
sure of the person who we communicate with.
Anyone can follow up,
Should be trusted.
follow up any information he wants in the open. It's an open portal, so he can know any information he wants. But in participation with his idea, you have to be one of the participants in the project.
Because you should trust the people
Yes.
you talk with.
So we create the accounts and we send it to the Chamber of Textile and Leisure so that they can
Give them
yes.
to the member of
come.
the chamber to be trusted people, to be sure that this is
But anyone can
a
join.
worker in the textile branch, a worker in a stakeholder.
Any interested help on the system, but we verify and the data, the private data, before allowing them to participate in private
Conversation and the e-commerce.
But can they eventually be part of it? If
Yes.
I mean, can someone, for example, ask for authorization, then you
Authorization to do what?
to be, for example, part of the
Virtual
e-commerce?
space?
They should
Yes,
be,
yes.
if they are textile, they work in textile, that should be admitted by the textile room.
Yes.
If they are working in laser, they should be admitted by the laser room.
Yeah, both entities, the textile chamber and the laser chamber, they are responsible for authorization of people who will join us in the open factory, in virtual space or on e-commerce. Because
it can be, for example, that I mean, they can be, I don't know, suppliers of people, or I mean, organizations.
The supplier, they should be admitted by, or the supplier, or the trusted supplier are already registered in the chamber. So if they admitted them, they mean they are trusted people. All
the suppliers are
supplier.
انا عميل وعايز اشتري حاجه من على الويب سايت، فانا العميل هدخل ازاي اشتري اذا كنت انت مش مديني access؟
customer عادي.
You are talking about customers who will use the e-commerce to buy some goods from the
something
company.
else. This is something else.
Yes.
We allow two levels of purchasing.
Yes.
Individual purchase.
They can buy.
To buy something for himself or herself, and we allow also corporation purchase, a chain of stores who wants to buy a lump sum of products. So,
but the e-commerce is for you for the members to buy.
The member I can buy, and I as a person can buy, and the company can buy. This is the company. If the company want to buy, they will communicate with the buyer anyway. Can communicate.
For individual purchase, there's no need to be a member of the portal.
Of course,
Anyone anywhere in the world
can buy.
order whatever he wants. There is a 24/7 exhibition that is seen all over the world, and anyone with the price and all data, and anyone can purchase whatever he or she wants without having to be a member. But for corporate purchase, we get the chain of source, for example, in contact with the supplier, and they discuss the details of it quickly.
And
But
actually, actually this part, actually this part, the e-commerce,
Yes, it
as
will
as,
be planned.
we have not finished yet. We are about to start next month to do meeting. Who can
Units.
buy? Of course, we can buy individually
is-
or by a company.
It is a short year task.
It's just the idea.
But the idea for me that I had from the part is of more like open innovation portal, because here you were saying, for example, e-commerce inside blog forum, connections, open community, success stories, applications, knowledge network, products, profiles, exchanging.
Praise, actually, this is a virtual place. The virtual
Yeah.
place, the main objective of this place is for the stakeholders that related to the two
Project.
industries, either textile or leather, to
Mm.
meet together to make some ideas, suggestions, some policy
See,
advices.
this is always the
Okay.
virtual spaces
So-
for
Yes.
stakeholders of the project.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So this place, not everybody is allowed to
Mm.
To change.
enter,
Yes.
to join. Only the authorized person that are related to the industry.
Mm.
But in this,
But
the e-commerce,
merchant,
the e-commerce
This
which
is-
will be,
This is a part.
yes, but the e-commerce will be for
This is the
everyone.
next stage.
The next
E-commerce will be
stage.
open for
Omar.
everybody that
And it is
to
planned-
buy
The e-commerce.
Yes.
mainly to buy, but for selling, we should be authorized also from the chamber. Because we should, the products should be trusted.
Yes.
Yeah, no, my idea is, for example, just very general, thinking about very general situations, for example, because one also remember this innovation resource portals, the original, one of the main ideas that we had behind is, for example, to sometimes facilitate linkages between, let's say, suppliers, and sometimes they are
The
supplier are part, supplier are
part of the
already
channel.
part.
Yes,
Yes.
they are part of the
Supplier
channel.
are part of the community.
So my question is more, if there is, for example, someone in Egypt that wants to, I mean, someone that wants to sell something in Egypt, to that thing that can sell
This is-
something.
This is the
the-
coming part in the
Yes.
E-commerce.
Is e-commerce. This is a second.
Let's
part.
say that I'm saying that he feels that can sell something to the textile industry or to the leather industry, that then he can be a good supplier, that can be competitive, or can he or she or this company enter into contact with people there and advertise and say, these are my products,
Yeah, okay.
so people can.
This
is my-
انا مش هدخل اشتري، انا دخلت شايفك ان انت بتصنع ملابس
هيعرف
وانا
عنه.
بعمل زراير،
اوكي.
فعايز اقول لك ان انا عندي زراير كده تشتري،
اوكي.
فهل ده
تمام.
موجود في
لا لا اوكي.
ده-
This
ده-
is
this
a
is-
virtual environment.
This
This
is a
is done by the virtual environment part of the portal. The portal, in addition to e-commerce,
Okay.
and the initial release of the portal now supports virtual environment for discussion, ideas, collaboration, etc.
Let me-
all stakeholders.
Yes.
أيوة.
Let me draw a scenario for you. So if you have now an e-commerce, not now, it is not, it is just a virtual space. We have an e-commerce, and every company have its products. Okay, I'm a supplier, and I wanted to communicate with this.
With you.
Yeah, this company. All I need is to just go to e-commerce, and you can contact the company and offer what you need. So I can give you buttons, I give you raw materials.
هي قصدها مش لازم
and
بعد
so
كده.
on.
This
So-
is what you're
Yes,
مش
this is
لازم
what you are
يوزر
asking
نيم
for.
وباسورد في الحالة
If
دي.
I'm a
Yeah.
supplier for
He
example,
can
for a
register.
zipper,
Yes, I want to understand until which extent this let's say,
E-commerce part.
yes, this portal
Yes.
can be used also for other.
Yes,
Yes,
for public, yes.
yes.
It will be, will be available in the second phase,
Yeah.
which will be develop the e-commerce.
E-commerce.
Yes, he
So
can.
basically,
Actually,
the virtual space is more for discussions among the different.
Yes, yes,
project
stakeholders
partners.
and the companies
project
participated.
partners
Companies
and the
companies and,
policymakers, stakeholders.
Everyone.
Factory stakeholders.
Yes,
Stakeholders.
every.
And then the e-commerce, it will be more
Yes, more
oriented
broad.
to be.
Will be more
Yes.
open to everybody to see and to negotiate.
To
each
business,
other,
Actually,
to
we
contact
need-
each
Yes,
other.
to do
able to
business.
business.
Actually, we need to
Yes.
make a lot of meetings to
To
discuss this
e-commerce.
part, to
The
discuss this
e-commerce.
part.
But the
Actually,
intention- but the
for the
intention-
training,
but the
for the
intention-
training, for getting the material of the training, we have done about 10 meetings to finalize the content of the training. Each part, we make a lot of meeting to find to be able to reach our goal and to be
But the intention is that the e-commerce part will be for
Everyone.
no
Yes.
for gender.
to be
Yes.
able to benefit also
Yes.
from external
Yes,
networking, like,
Yes.
I mean, more networking, more business to business.
Yes, B2B.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Individual to
Yeah,
business
more-
and the business to
B2B and
business.
B2C.
And we rely
B2B
on
and
the
B2C.
e-commerce part for the sustainability of the project and the portal after completing the project. Because it will result in revenues for the businesses.
Mhm.
So we can take small part of this profit to operate and manage the
Mhm.
portal afterwards.
Okay.
And the ownership of the portal will be transferred to
INP?
Industry Modernization
Mm.
Center because they are the best place to host it after completion of the project.
Okay. It's good that it is keep sustainable, right?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes it's a pity that there are very good IT tools that are developed within the framework of projects, and then once the project
It's finished, it's
finishes,
vanished.
or it stays for a while, but then
Vanished.
because, yes,
Yeah.
and it's very sad. I mean, because, and it's very not what we want, right? Because
Yes,
what is
I-
the point in working on something?
More extensive.
Mm.
Okay. This is one of the interviews. You can in our channels you can see one of the TV interviews in channel number 3, I guess, in television, national television.
الحديث بقى ولا حاجه
نعرفهم ازاي نخلق فرص تصدير نعرف
And to the open portal, we have made about 3 videos: how to design, how to create accounts, how to deal with the virtual space, and how to download materials, and so on. Short videos about how to do all of this activities in the
But
website.
this is included in these YouTube videos.
Yes,
for
yes, yes,
example.
yeah, yeah.
They are included in
back to
the website.
Yes, yes,
In,
yes.
and it's about how to download documents that you are
Materials, yes, for
that
the
are-
trainer.
that are included in the website.
Yes, yes, yes.
That video was part of TV channel, public TV channel
Yes,
3
it's public.
program called From the Heart of Cairo. They came to the event and recorded this interview with Dr. Iman.
they actually
you know-
they
you
were
know,
sent in part 2, the
yeah.
downloaded part.
You know what I think is important, because you are doing a lot of things. I'm seeing materials, interviews in terms of visibility, which is always the good news. But I want to make sure that things are very in line, because you haven't got the feedback from Nashla. And me, I'm not the
Yes,
one
okay.
that the expert in visibility. So I told you already. I don't know if Dr. Imane replied to me or you. Someone, I think maybe you replied to me, because we have a contractor that we hired to support all the different contracts that they were under the umbrella of
Yes.
a program that is EU
months.
facility. And this corporate proposal is part of this EU facility that is a very big financing agreement. So what they are trying is, they are going to try to support individually the different contracts. But the idea is also that in many cases, they will try to create also some visibility of materials for more, let's say, collective, let's say collective initiatives, because many of the projects, for example, now, but this is just one example, what we are trying to create is, they are trying, we are basically discussing with them, but they are the ones that will be supporting. We are trying because it's a big program. For example, the EU facility has a part that is about the innovation grants, but it has another part that is, for example, about access to finance that we do with the different, with the EBRD, the EIF, or the KfW. So all the EU facility program is about supporting micro and small enterprise development, but from different angles. Like, for example, the access to innovation was supported through the grants, and this is one of the
So we're
grants. But
trying
they
not
are
to overlap each other. So
no, the idea is to rather the opposite. The idea is that, okay, what are we doing with the EU facility program? We are supporting micro and small enterprises. How are we supporting them? Access to innovation, for example, and then we have this grants, access to finance, and then we have other programs that are, as I said, more to support, again, micro and small enterprises, but through via like contracts with the EBRD or the EIB that are part also of this program. Another thing that we are doing in this EU program is, for example, we are supporting the business enabling environment for micro and small enterprises, and for that, for example, there are certain programs that were done in terms of the intellectual property rights that we were doing with the GIPO, the Egyptian Patent Office, or TIDO, the Technical and Trademarks. So this was another part of the program. Another part of the program was also business enabling environment with the central bank. That was done directly a technical or capacity building to facilitate or just to work on all the frame of the bank to support micro and small enterprises. So it's big program. So what we are trying to discuss with the contractor is basically some themes, because the idea is at the end, we are using different angles, but all the support was
we're all driving the SMEs into one direction.
Exactly, always just to support micro and small enterprises in overcoming the different market failures, either because they don't have access to finance, either because they don't have access to innovation, either because the framework, the business enabling environment is not conducive for them, and then supporting like a better environment through the capacity building with the central bank, or like with the IPR, like intellectual property rights, governmental services. So the idea is that at the end, because this contractor is going to be at least one more year or two, the thing is that all these programs within this big facility, they have different time frames. So some of them they started already a long time ago, and they have just finished. Some of them, like the grants, they are more or less in the midterm of the implementation, and some of them they are almost starting. So the idea is just to try to create or to identify some, let's say, some themes that can be used to combine and show how we are supporting these themes. So in a little bit of everything, because the idea is that, you know, create as much synergies as possible, and also to be able to
synergy and coordination.
Yes, and to show how holistic our approach is. Now, one of the things that we were discussing, and because as I think I told you, because May is the May of Europe, because this is when the European Union project started. So it's always May. There are activities to give visibility to the EU interventions here. So we are trying to, during the whole month of May, we are trying to basically what we want is to show different actions or videos or things that we are doing with the different projects. I'm not talking about this program only, about talking in general. What we thought is also that May, because the COP27 is taking place in Europe, so in Egypt this year in November, we have thought, and for us it's also a priority, everything that is related, EU is also one of the key priorities, everything that is related to environment and green production, etc. So what we had thought is that one of the things, for example, could be showing experiences or programs or projects or actions that we were supporting, and that in a way or another they were contributing to, they were linking to the COP27, that they were for example, green initiatives, green actions, or green beneficiaries, or so. And this, for example, I thought that some of the projects, for example, this grant, most of the innovation grants, actually, they have a green component. They have something that is about to circular economy, etc., etc. So what I can do, because I already discussed with the contractor, I think all the grants, they can already show at least, because the idea is that this is a work in progress. For example, maybe now you can show some of the actions that you are doing. The idea is to do like a very, for example, short video. The contractor that can come and do like a short video to maybe, I mean, when you will discuss, because they have the expertise, maybe they can tell you for this project, as you are now, what is the best shot that can be shown. And then it can be, for example, I don't know, some beneficiaries that they are doing a training and they are, because the idea is that it's an ongoing process, so they can maybe show now how you are supporting, and maybe in 6 months or in 10 months, they can complement this with how this is moving on, how this initial action or activity is benefiting further to these beneficiaries, or how a beneficiary or students that are here now doing a training that is good for, contributing to circular economy, or this, how this is evolving throughout the project, and how, for example, in 6 months, or they can come again and complement this as, like this is more interesting than if you just go on a shot like this, you see the process. And we were thinking that this would be a good idea to like now do like something short, but that can be evolved later on.
Yes.
But I think they can come and I can put them in touch with you. But I think what it would be good also in your case, because you haven't got any feedback related to your visibility plan and you are doing many things. I think what is important is that I can tell them as well that they can check your materials and they can check your things to see if something is missing, or you need to reinforce a certain aspect of, because I don't see this, for example, this sentence of they funded, there is something that needs to be adapted or adjust. I can.
Maybe we should resubmit the visibility and communication plan with some evidence of what activities we have done and the TV interviews, articles, etc.
It's included.
Maybe yes. I think this is a good idea. You can do that, and then I will send it to, you can put Nashla again and me in copy. But in any case, I think it's also good that these experts, they will check, because they have this expertise. They are not from the EU, they are external experts in intervention, but they are not EU team. They are external experts, yes. So they also, but I think it's a good idea if you do that, yes. And I think maybe we can like try go further with the, and because I have to leave 2:30, so I would like at least half an hour at the end to visit the trainer. But maybe we have a little bit more time to talk more about other, because we have checked everything that is related to the factory of change, the process, and everything like more related with the Open Innovation Portal. I wanted to discuss a little bit more the more, let's say, policy aspects of the project, more like that. I think this is more related to, for example, the scientific research that you are doing. I don't know, you mentioned the business model as well. These roadmaps, how all this is being used.
The roadmap, actually, we have two task force. We have done 2 meetings till now. Like one per year, and then is another. There are 4, but till now we have done 4 meetings all over the project timeline. We have done 2 now. We have discussed the roadmap, what we have, we should do in each month. At first, of course, this has been changed. For example, for the last year, it has been changed 3 or 4 times, because due to the delay of such second installment, some of the parts till now there is not the budget is not is not
Utilized.
is not equal, is less than what we're supposed to buy. But we have done the roadmap, and we have done and we have updated it, and it's also included in the
But what is it?
report, the roadmap, if each month, and what we should do, and the versions.
But the roadmap is like more internal roadmap. I
Yes,
understand.
internal.
It's not like something like a roadmap for the sector. Or
No,
this is
no,
not my
it's a
understanding.
roadmap for the
For
project,
your own work.
for the project, for the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
work.
Exactly.
in our
But for
project.
example, the scientific.
The scientific report,
So
we have a
the
major
roadmap,
problem.
because yeah, for example, in your reporting, what I'm seeing, let me see, because I just put this, remember in the summary of the achievements, that the first, like the first three work packages, the first two are internal management, because it's the work package one is management and coordination, and the work package two is national enduring task forces and roadmaps.
Yeah.
So this is still
No, this is in the national, we have stakeholders in the task force. So we add, we put the roadmap together.
but the national task force, is it more than you?
Yes, it includes stakeholders from outside.
It includes member from every partner in the project.
Yes, yes.
Plus press represented by, because we want to voice what we are doing. So we
Yes.
have two key members of the media. One is vice editor of Akhbar al-Yom, the largest, second largest newspaper in the region.
Yeah.
And another one is sector director of TV channels in public TV. We have them to get the media with us. We have also representatives from the industries. We have representatives from the government departments. We have representatives from research centers and.
But sorry, one moment. Representatives for industry, who are you referring to? Because Chamber of Leather, Chamber of.
Some of, not only,
But
some of
also
some of the
manufacturers,
some
representatives.
manufacturers own,
Bigger.
yes, manufacturers.
Selected
Manufacturers,
representatives. Selected representatives.
and exporters.
And exporters.
Yes.
And then you said like the representatives of the industry, the media, and you said
Media,
governmental
government departments,
and government departments.
officials, research centers interested in textile and or leather, plus industries, representatives from the industry, micro, small, and medium enterprises.
Actually, the
I
group
don't
in
remember-
the
I don't
national
remember-
task
because I
force.
don't remember having read this. Maybe it was, I can't remember having.
No,
read-
it's
because it's
the
very-
members, it's also included in the
Yeah, maybe, yeah,
internal.
yeah. But the intention is with this creation of the National Enduring Task
To
Force.
do the roadmap,
There is, but again, like the roadmap is only for the
the
project.
project, only for
So
the project.
the intention of creating or let's say inviting these other stakeholders to be part of this exercise is just for you getting input from them.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
me, I was not sure sometimes is this forum was also a discussion to do a roadmap.
Sorry.
Make also in the task force advertising for the facilities the project are introduced.
Okay,
Of course,
so one of the
for the
things is
Yeah.
publishing, advertising what you are doing,
Yeah.
so that it can facilitate networking later on, or ensuring, or that they can, you know,
Cooperate
it's
with
more,
us
it's
and,
more like getting inputs, like added value to what you're doing, and perhaps like they give you orientations on what is more needed in certain
Yes,
aspects,
in the
and also like networking and more advertising of what you're doing.
Yes, yes.
But still, again, roadmap
the project.
for
For
this
the
project.
project,
It's
for
because
the project.
Sometimes,
Actually, if there is something regarding the industry in Egypt, textile or leather, and we heard about from the attendees about some problem. We actually, as a RMC, as I told you, that the board, head of the board is the minister herself. So if there is something like that, we actually forward it to the ministry directly. There is a connection with the government.
And
Yeah, but well, what I'm understanding is in
No,
this
this is about
this
the
national
advisory, I
task
don't-
force,
as I
they
see,
are in this national task force. I mean, there are also other governmental ministry services, or you are basically the one that are linking with the.
Also, there are the.
One
and
representative.
also the second, the opening of the second round of training was under the auspices of Her Excellence Dr. Naveen, Minister of
The
Trade and
Industry.
Industry, and was also attended by the executive director
Of
of
IMC.
Industrial Research Center as on behalf of herself and also as a representative of the minister.
Mhm. But you also say, for example, the industry. I mean, there. Well, in any case, it is in the report. I will.
Yes, it
I will
includes
have a look again. But I just wanted to make sure that I understood well the purpose of this. Now I understand that. Also, I guess is the fact that you are there in these roadmaps, because what I wanted to. What I wanted to understand is until which level this, or also the work package 3, the one that is scientific report towards innovative business solutions, because then the work package 4
Work package 3
is the training,
5
mean,
the incubator.
8 and 6 is the upper portal, and 7 is promotion. So we have discussed
Actually,
already.
The
For
work
me-
package 3 is the problem.
For me, what is more, yes,
is
I
important
wanted
in the
to
work
clarify a
package.
little bit, it's a little bit, how this, because how this, and 3, how these scientific reports or towards
The
innovative business
scientific
solutions,
report.
because,
We have done a number of studies.
The problem with the scientific report, as you know, I was not the first project manager.
Yes.
Professor Gamal was the first.
yes, that unfortunately passed away, yes.
Actually, he gives this mission to be supervised by the scientific report to be supervised by a doctor from Cairo University.
Yeah.
He has done two studies, but they are not scientifically this report as we want. After Dr. Kamal passed away, I tried with him many times to do what we need, but actually he apologized he failed, and we apologized for completing his mission. So in August, he apologized on August 2021.
Yes.
So we get another we hired, and we had a contract with another person. He made a full questionnaire to be filled by many factories and companies. The job of the textile department and the laser department is to fill this questionnaire. It takes them a lot of time to fill the questionnaire.
Why?
اتفضلي حضرتك رد. سأل الدفعة الوجيعة الحقيقة، سألت على السؤال اللي أنا ما كنتش عايزاه يتسأل. ليه ما مليتوش الكويشنير بسرعة؟
كويشنير 10 صفح.
حتى ما هو ده اللي بيغطي اللي عايزينه. استنى يا دكتور خليها هيرجع.
أسئلة
طب قولي واحنا هنترجم. She will study in Arabic and
في كذا سبب. اولا الشركات بتبقى خايفه او متخوفه انها تبدا او تدي بيانات لاي جهه، بتحس ان ممكن يتم اخذ البيانات دي بشكل منافس او يتم حتى احنا كغرفه ما بندوناش دايما البيانات بشكل صادق، اللي هو عدد العماله، كميه الانتاج، الكلام ده.
الكلام ده لو قلناها هتبقى مصيبة سوداء. بس قولها بالراحة.
في
كملي كملي.
طب ناخد الاولاني الاول ترجمه.
تاني حاجة الأسئلة كلها كانت متشابهة وكان في أسئلة كتير مش مفهومة قوي بالنسبة لهم، فكان لازم يبقى بيحصل اتصالات عشان نوضح لهم السؤال ده معناه. كان لازم طبعا يعرفوا الأسئلة اللي هيعملوها دي هتتوجه لإيه واستفادتهم من الموضوع ده. هو ده اللي خد مننا 10.
As the name of the project indicates, it is a factor of change. Factor of change, we want to motivate and to propagate the changes in the industries in different aspects. One is a philosophy by having to have an R&D in each industry. Another one is cultural one. The two industries have been used for industry in general to not trust that much inquiries about their information and to be skeptical about it. So they are not that much willing to provide detailed information about themselves. They skeptical about how it is going to be used. Will it be used only for planning evolution of the industry and benefiting them, or will it be used against them in some way or another? Okay, by passing it, for example, to taxation department, etc.
Or another competitor.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so they are skeptical. So one of the benefits of the project is that we are bridging the gap between the stakeholders, between the government, the research centers, the industries, micro, small, and medium enterprises, and building trust. Here is something that really benefits you, and we have had very good attendance in our workshops, promotion workshops. We have many people who have come, and we had many requests for people to participate that we couldn't accommodate. Same also for training. We have had many applications for participation in the training, and more than what we can accommodate. So again, it is factor of change in changing the culture and building confidence and trust among the stakeholders, and talking about in our task forces, in our promotion workshops, we discussed issues related to problems that the industries are facing. So again, this builds confidence and the trust that those people are trying to help us.
Actually بس قولي حضرتك.
انه احنا عملنا الاول السنه كنا عملنا ملينا كويشنير لعدد شركات كتير لان الاسئله كانت بسيطه وكانت سهله. لكن الكويشنير الثاني لما الاولاني عملناه ما كانش هو ده المطلوب، وتم تفصيل عمل تفاصيل كتير قوي في الكويشنير الثاني خد وقت اكتر. فالاولاني كان سهل
كان مطلوب تفاصيل كتير قوي.
ما هو ده اللي مطلوب هنا. هنعمل
بالظبط
عشان بعد كده يبقى
at final, because actually the companies do not trust them, and why this data will be used, and actually the questionnaire done by the specialist is too long. It's about 10 pages or 11. I have included it, the questionnaire itself, in the interim report. It was very long. At finally, the chambers themselves, they dedicated employees from themselves to talk to each one in private and explain why this questionnaire was done, and this is for their benefit and not against them, and they had to fill it one by one.
But I wonder,
you can consider it as a part of
to convince them that it's
and finally this took a lot of time.
But
convince them that it's worth spending some time to complete the
but I would like to just say a couple of things. I don't know. First, I think it's an important work package, first of all, because it's the one that is more policy oriented, right? The intention with these studies is not like developing or drafting a study that is not useful. The intention is also that there are studies that are, I don't know which, because they were free, because I don't know why they were free, because, I mean, for
One,
me,
I don't know myself, and they are one
For the
for each
textile,
year.
for each sector?
No, one for each year.
yeah, but
The
the
same,
ones for
actually,
the-
I don't know why there's three, and we were
But
asking.
the
to-
idea
to
is,
disappear two.
but you're talking about that there is one each year, but this one is compiling both sectors, textile and
Yeah,
leather.
Yeah,
The studies that have been done in the first year, we use them because the studies that have done in the first year, one is about the status of the two industries in Egypt. So which was important for the roadmap to know where we are standing and what problems we are facing, what are the key elements in the system
yes,
where
yes.
development is needed the
Yes,
most.
or the ones that are more being creating
Vital.
obstacles more at policy level for the sector, right?
yeah,
This is the
yeah.
orientation. But my question is, because the chambers, you are under the umbrella of the Federation of Egyptian Industries, right?
أيوة طبعا.
All the
Yes,
chambers, they are
yes,
under the umbrella
yes,
of the
all
Federation.
chambers. كلهم
Okay.
تبع اتحاد الصناعات.
I had a project with the Federation, with the SME unit of the Federation, where they developed policy tools, and they developed one thing that is called SME barometer. And the other thing is, I can't remember the name, but there are two tools that basically the idea is to understand, to see the cost of any specific policies, or sometimes like no policies, just measures, governmental measures on a specific sector. For example, but it's very practical and it's very well developed. It was, I mean, it was done by one, as I said, one of the project I managed, that it was done by the Federation together with ILO, International Labor Organization. And I remember they were basically, the idea is of these tools that were applicable at any sector. I
Yes.
mean, they were transversal, and the idea is that it's like a SME barometer, and I can't remember the other, but the idea is that they were very easily able to
collect the
to
information.
collect information. And for example, yes, and they use it for sometimes, I don't know, the textile and the leather, but I think for sure they use other chambers of, so I think maybe you can talk to them and see how.
That was during the period of coronavirus.
At the end, yes. But for example, yes, for the food sector,
Yes.
I think they analyze, for example,
They analyzed
How-
only two sectors as far
for
as I
six
remember,
sectors, yes.
food sector and
I think, for
another
example,
thing.
for the food sector, they
maybe
analyze
engineering.
how, maybe, they analyze, for example, how specific, for example, I remember for the food sector, I think it was, they were analyzing, but the very practical things, how some,
But it gave
Yeah.
only an indicators for the industry.
May
they,
I
they,
say
they,
something?
they quantify, even they quantify the cost. That is not exactly what you need
Yeah,
here,
may
because
I-
for example, what they did there is, okay, the,
May I
let's
say
say,
something? I think that they are collecting information and data, mainly government data, from government
no,
departments.
no.
And
This is, it was
using,
only with the chambers.
and using
sure.
parameters, indicators.
That already,
for the
parameters that
outcome.
already existed,
The
or they
outcome.
have questionnaire with
They are using.
No,
with
no,
stakeholders.
They create, I mean, I don't know I don't know 100%
policy.
the technicalities of the
I think that
technicalities.
they are using
no, but
indicators from government departments, but not getting information about industries, SMEs.
No. They were getting the information from the chambers. This I'm 100% sure. And
They,
for example, what they were-
the doctor
let me-
said,
let me-
okay,
Just one last thing. For example, just to give you an example, what they did, I remember well, is for, let's say, one of the things I remember is there were some lists that they were needed
export.
For exporting
Yeah,
purposes.
this is what
And
I'm
they
saying.
quantify through the information.
This is what I'm saying.
governmental information
Okay.
that are already existing. They do not have a questionnaire
No, no,
to
no, no.
collected.
No,
May
no,
I
they,
say
they,
something?
they did it for the
The
business.
information
think
They
about
collect the
export,
information from
the
stakeholders,
information,
chamber.
the information
from the
about
chamber.
export,
The information about export is included already in the
No,
chamber.
may I
for,
say something?
no,
May-
no, like, it was no information about, quantities of exporting. It was qualified information about the main issues they were encountering to export. What I'm saying
Yeah.
is, I don't know how replicable
Why
this is like this.
I can
But
tell
I
you
think
something.
maybe if you talk,
Yeah,
maybe
we
you
will talk
can-
to them. We
you
will
can
talk to
analyze
them.
how they
this.
do this.
Actually,
Or you
we
can
find
utilize
out.
this, because at the end, the chambers are under the umbrella of the federation. And I'm sure if these tools,
We-
they
we
can
will talk to
be of
them.
any use for you, I think they would be happy to, yes, or maybe to share some, maybe they have questionnaires that are much simpler, because I guess they may confront, or they confronted the same challenges that you are confronting now. So I think it would be good to have an exchange with them.
We will
Just
talk to
to-
them. We will talk to
I
them.
just think it's like that can
Actually-
help, because for
actually,
sure, if they were
we
doing
will-
surveys
we
and
will talk to them.
questionnaires,
We will talk to
Because I
them, but
remember
I
that-
think that it is context sensitive depending on what type of information. I can
But
get,
this-
I
this-
can get
yeah, yeah.
information about export, detailed information about export from the Egyptian exporting bank. I can get
no, no, no.
how
this-
much
this-
it is
this
exported
was-
by
this-
whom.
Yeah, yeah, but this was for,
Actually,
this was for the directly questionnaires with the chambers. But as I said, maybe the questionnaires were much simpler. Maybe I don't know,
We will
but
talk to them.
what I
We will
think,
discuss it with them.
what I think is maybe, or probably, they encounter the same challenges as
appreciate
you.
it.
maybe,
send us
maybe.
Their
maybe.
contact information.
Actually,
An
actually,
email or a mobile
Because
so
I
that we
think-
can talk to
because
them.
actually,
I
I
think
have, finally, we
Mm,
get the information, and the specialist who is working on this
mm,
has started work on it. Then he got sick and he has an operation.
mm,
He get hospitalized.
mm.
But we included an initial version the problem with the information is sometimes he get a contradicted information, so he had to filter the information
Yeah.
to get in contact with people why this is contracted information, but he worked on it, and we have included an initial version in the interim report we have sent.
Okay.
But he's still working on it because he's still sick now. حظنا بقى دخل المستشفى.
Yeah, in any case, I think, well, we
ما دخل
will,
حد
it's good that you can attend me more on the future, because I think it's important, this work, but
Yes,
it's
of
very
course, it's
complementary to
important.
the others, because at the end, you work a lot
But
on
as
the,
I
on the,
said,
on the field, but there are certain aspects that they are at more
But as you said,
strategic
I
and
do not
policy.
know why there is free research. Actually, we will ask the EU to be let them to be too.
I
It's
think-
not counting,
I
this is
think
not
no.
counting the first studies that were done in the
No,
first year. If
the
we count them, then we are doing three.
no, the studies are not this, not.
I think like you just
We-
try, maybe,
and what
because
we did It's
isn't
not
there-
only the
isn't-
status of the current industries in Egypt, but also a sample of EU industries in those two, taking Italy and France,
And France as
because
an
they are very
example.
advanced in those two industries.
Yeah.
And the objective from this is that we know where we are first and where we want to be,
Mhm.
to have an Egyptian version of
Oh, and
what
what are
is
the main
doing,
challenges?
what's being done in France and Italy, to implement it in Egypt to help the industries to advance.
Mhm.
Because we shouldn't start from scratch.
Yeah.
We should utilize what the others have done successfully.
Of course, it is, and
Yeah.
you
You
have
have
the
done
oppo-
this in the first.
and
year.
you have the opportunity also to have, for example, Italian partners, or I mean,
Yeah.
I'm talking partners, Italian partners that are advanced, but also any partner is a very good opportunity to exchange ideas, and it's not necessary to and see where it can be adapted to your
To,
context to
Asia.
work as well, or work, because
Yeah.
not everything that work there or in another country is going to
Yeah,
work
it has
necessarily
to
here.
be
It has to be also
Egyptianized.
something that it is adapted. It can be
Yeah,
adapted to the
adapted to
context,
Egypt.
to the culture, etc., etc. So you need to, but for that, it's important to do this kind of studies as well,
Yeah.
because they show you important aspects of what
We
is.
have done those studies. We have done those
Mm.
studies in the first year. The status of Egyptian industries in
I saw
and later,
them.
and the status of
Yeah.
Italian and French industries in textile.
But they were not very detailed, I remember.
They were quite detailed. We have the model of used in
I
France
don't
and
know.
Italy.
I don't think they were so detailed.
No.
They include the model used in Italy and France.
Yes,
We include
yes.
the numbers of profits and the number of different companies, the number of different employees in those industries, the niche they are focusing it.
But I think it would be like really very good if you could really you should like try to make efforts and make this move on, because also you have this forum that can be also used to not only disseminate, to a little bit, to lobby a little bit for some, you know, first create awareness of some of the obstacles that the industry
Of course.
are encountering, and also try to a little bit use these forums for a little bit of lobby
Actually,
on behalf
Dr.
of
Iman
Actually,
is not-
Chamberlain
is
themselves, they can
considering
use-
them not adequate, because Dr. Iman is a strong researcher, so she doesn't see an innovative element in social science.
in this,
In social science.
in the
They-
exercise.
in
No,
the-
no,
in social
It can be,
studies,
it can be, I mean, yes. I
they
mean,
are
you can also-
something like literature review or comprehensive study, comparative studies.
But you can do
Comparative
that,
studies rather
you can-
than an innovative element.
But why
But
don't
they are needed.
what you can also focus on these studies in innovative elements
Of course,
or
Yeah.
digitalization or even like circular economy, that things that, what are the things that are working outside and that could be replicated here, or that they are creating obstacles here. Why, of course, you can give it like an innovative
Yeah.
and
It's a
digital
comparative
analysis.
analysis, comparative analysis.
Uh,
Study.
okay. I want to ask you something else about the video that you want us to prepare.
Yeah.
It's about how long?
Look, I think for this, you better, I will put you in touch with the contractor.
Okay,
Because they know.
and I want to ask, should it be a video from the 3D only, or images from all the events we have done?
No, I think you will have to have this discussion with them.
Okay.
They
okay.
are experts, and they will tell you, okay, we think we better choose this part, or this part, or we'll focus on this. Because at the end of the day, what we always try as well, in most of the European initiatives, is to give as much space as possible to the beneficiaries, and especially the final beneficiaries. So what we try also, if as much as we can, also show who are benefiting, like, you know, like there are always some testimonies or examples of actions, trainings, where you can see
Of course.
final beneficiaries already enjoying, and give a little bit of voice to them. This is always something that, because,
So-
you know, we don't want to be like the main actors. I mean,
Okay,
we want
okay.
the main ones.
To be
So
them.
you will discuss and with the material you have, or maybe with the activities you are doing on, they said, well, maybe it's good if we go to the incubator. I don't know exactly what they will propose. I forward, but I think you can have this discussion, and for sure you reach an agreement on what is
Okay,
the most
okay.
convenient. And as I said, this is an ongoing process, so it's not gonna be like the ultimate and definitive video. It's gonna be like something that will evolve, because I think what is interesting is
Okay.
to show how an activity or certain activities have benefited,
Okay.
you know, and then how they are continue, how what has been the final
Okay.
benefit. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I have another question.
Yeah.
We plan to ask for extension for 6 months.
Yeah.
Shall I do it now or wait for the feedback for the interim report?
I don't think you should do it now, although because I haven't. Yeah, I don't think you should do it now because how long is it? When is it your project finishing?
January 23.
January 23. So I think it's more intelligent because you still have almost 1 year ahead to be closer. I mean, don't do it at the last minute. Like you can do it, for example, five months before the end. But 5 months before the end, maybe the situation is a little bit different, and maybe you don't need 6 months and you need 7, or you you will be in a very efficient.
Okay, especially
This
we
is
have-
around the world.
we have
Yes.
a big problem that the dollar has increased and they
Yes.
can't purchase. يعني we have a very big
because of
وتسهلوا
the purchases. Then maybe in that case you can send me the question. I will ask the contract and finance. The only thing, because I saw, but I haven't checked it. I saw that you were also including some proposals for changes in the budget. I don't know.
They have
I don't know. You were talking about like something big or something small.
No, the
or something
reallocation
small.
is not included
It's
in the purchase.
You know, but I don't know. Like for example, if maybe in this case, you know, an option could be to use contingencies, for example. But at the same time, you also need to take
The
into account is that if you
problem-
extend the project, you may need to more resources, at least for human
problem-
resources, you know,
Okay.
because there will be people working more time.
Okay.
So you also need to have this in mind, you know, that
Okay.
even if you want to keep the same budget, I mean, you can, you know, you have the contingencies, but you don't have so many things. So you need to have a reflection on that.
Even with the meetings, with the reservation for the meetings. So,
The reservations for the meeting.
yeah, for the international
Open
open
day.
day, for example.
For the International Open Day, you mean International Open Day, you mean
the IMC held.
okay.
It's only 800
Euro.
euros. which is-
You're talking about something that you need to plan
There is another one.
for the next year, or, but well, until next year, we still don't know. I mean, we still don't know. I think it's an issue that you can raise now as a general issue, as a
Yes.
general concern. What if these prices, this can affect to this, but it's still,
Also
I
for
mean,
the rental of the incubators, the rental will increase. Everything will.
but what you pay in
هم
dollars?
مشكلتهم ان ما يعرفوش ان
No,
احنا
we're
بنديكوا
paying
ان احنا
in
لازم نديكوا فلوس بالمصري هيقول لك ما هو
But
اليورو
because
غالي
because
والدولار غالي
because the Egyptian
لا، مش غالي.
pounds are the same ones.
هيقول لك طب ما هو غالي وغالي
I mean,
مش
because
هيعرفوش
I
إن هي
understand
الفلوس
that
اتحولت
things are
مصري.
more expensive if you pay something that is being imported or something that is being paid in dollars, because dollars now you need more Egyptian pounds. But if the price is in Egyptian pound,
We take the
طب ما
money
اعرفش
for
بقى
all the partners.
Once the
لا،
dollar,
بقول لك
okay.
once the dollar increases, everything
you
is
mean
increasing.
that now you're gonna get less Egyptian pounds for the same euros? Okay, I understand.
So
That
if
you're gonna get
I buy
less
this bottle
Egyptian-
for
This
5
is a
Egyptian
changing
pounds,
situation.
tomorrow will be
because
7 Egyptian pounds.
Yeah, I
Same
understand
bottle.
because you get the money in euros. Yeah, okay.
The problem is they even we got the money in euro, they should get it from us in Egyptian money. This is the rules. The European get it in euro, but we all, included Cairo University, cannot spend it unless it in Egyptian money.
So the money transferred to us in Egyptian money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
no,
once the dollar or the euro is increased, the value of our money is
كانوا واخدينها ب
decreased.
18 ونص دلوقتي اليورو ب 18 ونص دلوقتي
now-
اليورو
now- 20.
بقى 21 داخل على 21.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is gonna be a general issue for all the projects. I think we should a little bit, let's say, don't go too fast because this is something very new. I mean,
We should wait.
A little bit. In any case, you can,
only yesterday.
yes, exactly. You can raise this as a general concern where in the future the partners they have this preoccupation. Yes, and then let's see, as I said, I guess that maybe you can use some contingencies, but again, here you need to be cautious because you also need to know if you extend the project. I can't remember in your whole details on your budget, but I guess that if you extend your project or you are planning to extend the project, at least some human resources will need to be there for more time. Because it cannot be like a project without a coordinator, at least the coordinating team.
We are spent 6 months without any fund from EU. This is 6 months that we wanted to extend after the finish of
the first
with the same budget.
Till now with the same budget.
You mean that the first 6 months you didn't use any budget. So you meaning that you are not increasing the number of funds. Okay,
then
no,
will any rises in money.
No, we'll not ask.
I have not two issues. If you wanted to show to see the presentation of the beneficiaries, and also if you
the training first.
The training because they
finished with it. And also they are supposed to come to pick me up at 2:30, but I can text and say I'm a little bit late, but I would like to just go to the training because they finished. Otherwise, I don't know when I will have the opportunity.
Actually, I have another meeting at 3 p.m. So
Yes, me also. That's why I would yes, and also
we can
I
go
want
to
to
the
go.
room.
Thank you. Yes, because I'm already late. Thank you very much for your attendance.
You will see the beneficial presentation, or you don't want?
If it's very quickly,
but we will first see the
training
and be back here to see the.
Yes.
You will visit us in occupation next Thursday.
Next Thursday,
The
yes.
trainees will be there.
عندها اجتماع الساعتين الا ربع في المانيا
The trainings
فلازم
will be
تخلص
there?
بدري.
Yeah, you can present you their presentation next Thursday.
Because the same trainees that are here, they will be
No,
Not the same trainees.
not the same
the
trainees.
ones.
They was in the first trainees, now they are in the incubator.
That
The
would be good.
trainees here did not present their projects yet. So
Okay, so what it would be good, for me, that would be better because I'm also, I should be leaving in 10 minutes. If for the next Thursday, because for me, what I like is when the beneficiaries, they can tell me themselves how they have benefited.
They are here now.
But if they are the ones, for me, it's the same one if I if I visit
Incubator.
Yeah.
but because they also benefited from the training before.
Yeah.
Right? If I understand well. So I can also, I mean, because here, if we go, we can do that and you can tell them that to be ready to.
you can go to see the training live.
Yes.
Right now, and for the presentations, we'll delay it
Until next Thursday.
till next time.
Okay.
Oh, but
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Sorry to hold you all that time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
we are bringing the trainee here to show you the presentation.
But you
they are here.
Bye.